That's true.
we talk about that's just
Yeah.
kind of like cool. That
That's
could be
true.
leading into, and
That's
then suddenly
true.
like Austin's just like, by the way, the podcast is on.
Plus the little like banter that you have before it starts.
It's on right now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. See? See?
Well, now I'm on the spot.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back, guys, to Bootleg Shanty podcast. Smoke break. Is that what we're calling it?
No, cigarette break is
Or
just
cigarette break.
YouTube.
I did think last night. I was on the way home. I was thinking about some shit we could maybe call it. I was thinking like maybe like nerd candy or something instead of like eye candy or ear candy. It could be like nerd candy because we're just gonna be talking about nerd shit. Or
I kind of just like Bootleg Shanty.
I do too. It's like a brand name, you know.
yeah, I know, but it's like
It's like when you think of Apple. It's
yeah,
like all
but
these
I don't
things
like
Apple
Bootleg
does.
Shanty being called something that's like a different segment. It's like it's the Bootleg Shanty's podcast, so it needs to be called something else.
It needs to be called the
The
Bootleg,
Bootleg
Shanty
Shanty's what?
podcast.
You know what I mean?
It's the podcast.
You know, like
Let's
like,
just call it Cast Pod and be done with it.
like Good Mythical Morning. They have Ear Biscuits as their podcast.
Right, but they're recognized. You know what I mean?
Yes, but that's also like they're recognized partly because of that, though.
Well, no,
They're not like,
Biscuits
hey, this
happened,
is
like,
Good
on-
Mythical Morning, and this is Good Mythical Morning.
No, well, first of all,
Good morning.
Rhett and Link.
You
Rhett
know,
and
they're like,
Link
no, this is
were-
Good Mythical Morning, and you're listening to Ear Biscuits. It's like, that's fucking awesome. That's
But
genius.
Rhett and Link have been a brand as Rhett and Link way before Good Mythical Morning.
I'm not
even.
talking about longevity, dude. I'm talking about just like
I'm talking about
Well,
longevity.
like think of, like I'm just thinking
I
about
don't care
like
about their tenor.
convenience wise. So like if I was to look for a I don't know, if I say H3, I
Right.
watch their YouTube
Love
channel.
H3,
and
by the
yeah,
way.
beautiful.
Love those
And,
guys.
Is their
Pa-
podcast just
Papa
called
Bless.
H3?
Their podcast is called the H3 podcast. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's their podcast.
But they also don't have a fucking like YouTube channel that is called H3 podcast or H3, right?
They have three YouTube channels. One's called H3,
Okay, so they just have
H3 Productions, and then one's called Ethan Ela,
Okay.
and then one's called H3 podcast segments, and they cut up their podcast and put it on a brand new YouTube channel.
that's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, but it's like branding wise. So like
That's like in such disarray. I
But
don't
you
know.
you
It's not confusing.
yeah, you pop on, you hit the search bar, and you hit H3, you get the podcast, you get the channel, you get everything.
Right.
You know, you hop on SoundCloud, and you're like, what was Bootleg Shanty's podcast called? I'll search Bootleg Shanty, and it'll come up. You know. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a good point. Fair
The
point.
only reason I even know Ear Biscuits exist is because I watch Good
keywords.
Mythical Morning and they have advertisements on GMM. Like, they open the show up. It's like, hey, don't forget to check us out on our podcast that just started up, Ear Biscuits. And then it's like,
Right.
and then they go into their stuff on Good Mythical Morning.
Welcome to the Bootleg Shanty podcast, where we talk about other podcasts.
Yeah, right,
This is
right.
a podcast about podcasts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, for real, though.
podcastception. I didn't want to
No,
say
sorry-
it that
sorry about that.
lamely.
No,
How to
we'll-
cast a pod.
No, we'll get off.
podcast,
We'll
yeah.
get off that.
We're
but
casting
I just
pods.
was trying to make that point that to me.
Let us know in the
personally-
comments. What
Yeah, let us know in the comments
Yeah.
if what you guys think
Email
we
us at
should name our podcast,
bootlegshanty@gmail.
or if we should just keep it called a podcast.
Don't, please.
The really funny thing is,
Email us at zombiefilmmakers.
Fuck off! Fuck off, dude!
Yeah.
Seriously, come on! Don't send me shit. I swear to God, I will like delete the thing if I
Yeah,
start getting
yeah.
just random shit.
That'd be
Start
funny.
all over.
but
And I've had that since I was 17, dude.
Yeah.
Literally, that's the only reason it
Oh,
even has
no.
a 17 in it is because I was 17
My
at the
my
time.
Facebook is under a different email. It was like an email I made in like middle school when I made my Facebook or whatever. So like my email is a Yahoo email for my Facebook, but it's
Rocking the
it's
Yahoo.
LIL
Lil.
Orange Folk. That is
Lil-
my
Lil
my
Orange
Yahoo.
Folk.
what is that
Username.
supposed to
What the
be?
hell is
I
that?
don't even.
Oompa
I don't know. I
Oompa
guess
Loompas?
Oompa Loompas. I don't know.
Oh, Oompa Loompas. Okay.
I,
Lil Orange Folk.
I remember back in the day, like MySpace days,
Yeah.
my parents wouldn't let me make like an email.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so
Why?
Adrian, well, they just didn't want me on the internet.
They just didn't want you out there emailing random
yeah,
schmoes.
but
Yeah.
so
Hi.
Adrian Brown made me
Hi.
one. She made me one. And this was back in our
Winky
like,
face.
emo days.
Yeah.
Like back in back
Oh,
when I
no.
had the long
Was it
hair.
like
the dark-
Sephiroth?
Oh, dude, it's way worse. You ready for it?
Oh yeah, go for it.
chaotic _ romance at
Wow.
SBC Global.
SBC Global. That follows. That knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, dude, and
Chaotic _ romance at
ooh,
SBC.
and I was
What is
like, SBC Global.
SBC Global. That's.
I
hilarious.
honestly I haven't known. I think I could get back onto my MySpace. I
think you
that's
have the
still
password?
the email. I think I'm not gonna say it, but I think I
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
password.
sure.
I don't need people.
Somebody log into my.
I mean, it's
MySpace
MySpace, but it's
10
still
years
there.
ago.
Dude. But yeah, that
Chase's,
was
I think my brother Chase's email. Back in the day, he's got one of the normal emails now where people.
I mean, I'm
just have,
rocking. I'm still rocking an AOL.
Oh yeah.
I still have my main email account is an AOL account.
What do you use the other one for then?
What other one? The
Zombie Filmmaker.
That's just for like all my electronics, like Xbox and
Oh, gotcha.
PC and shit.
Is that your gamer tag?
No,
Is it still Babaluga?
it's still Babaluga. Yeah,
Babaloo.
Gotcha.
Babaloo.
Well, Chase's email back in the day, his first email he made was a Yahoo email, but it was secretion pants.
Oh
Yeah.
At
yeah,
Yahoo. Yeah.
I remember that shit.
I remember him saying when he was going to the army, he was like, I had
Yeah.
to change it
Yeah.
because I'm not about to walk up to the officer and he's like, your email's secretion pants.
It's probably something professional now, like
Well,
Jefferson.Chase.
That's the
the
I mean,
dot.
that's
Yeah.
kinda- that's like the similar situation that I get into when I like have to give my email to people.
Sure, you're applying for something.
Yeah, and they're like, "What's your email?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
capital B, everything else lowercase OOVALD or LDA,
Buvalga?
and they're like,
Buvalja?
Buvalda, and I was like, yes,
It's a
and
family
they're
name.
like, was that just like
It's
a character you
generational.
made or something? And I was like, well,
You explain it.
yeah, well, depending on who
He's
it
not
is.
gonna- he's not
If
gonna
it's somebody
explain it.
professional, I'm not gonna explain. I'm just like, yeah, it's just a stupid word I came up with. But if it's like somebody like I don't know, like Game Exchange or something, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, when I was a like 14-year-old kid, I thought it was hilarious to say I love boobs into something and then reverse it, and then it just kind of sounded like Buvalda when you
that's
reversed it. and
hilarious.
It just kind of stuck after that point. But yeah, that was back when my days with the McMahon
I
brothers.
feel like I would
That's
fight a
good.
Mario boss called Buvalda.
Yeah.
He's just like a purple boo.
Yeah, purple. That's a good one.
Buvalda. Nintendo. Hit us up with all of your questions and comments.
We expect a check in the mail. For
I do
Buvalda.
expect that. I expect too much of Nintendo.
But yeah, man, fucking old obsolete emails. It's like other than like Google now, like Gmail and shit.
Yeah.
I
Isn't
feel
that
like all other ones are obsolete now.
Yeah, pretty much. I still see. Okay, so like the job I work is like people give you information so you can contact them about the
Yeah.
stuff they're selling or whatever. And when somebody like writes down their emails like Hotmail or something like that, I just silently to myself like Hotmail.
Yeah. Hotmail.
Still?
Like I see people more and more now using their Facebook as their email. Like they'll put they'll put like so and so Joe Schmo at facebook.com
Joe Schmo.
is where you can reach me at. At least that's my experience
makes
through
sense,
like
though.
school and shit. That's
Do you
what I
guys
play.
remember the old AIM, the AOL?
AIM? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was
AOL
like-
Instant Messenger.
I was like, is AIM even a thing anymore?
I remember.
I used to do. I would
You've
get
got
off the
mail.
bus and immediately go do that.
Yeah.
You've got mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hated my AIM name.
I can't remember. mine.
Oh, dude, mine was so that was like little kid. I remember I just got Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and so like I loved that game.
Yeah, sure.
I still to the day, but I loved it so much that when I was that little kid first getting on AIM, I was like, I want something to do with Paper Mario, and my dad was like, well, you could change 1,000 to be 1K. And I was like, oh, yeah, so
Ooh.
it's not as illustrious as you might think it is.
Marlon coming in
Yeah,
with the
Marlon
good
coming in with
ideas.
the knowledge. It was just 1K year kid. That's the name.
What is it?
1,000 year kid, but it's 1K year kid.
Sick, dude.
Dude, I
What
had-
made you come up with that?
Not
Not the 1K, but like just 1,000.
12,000 year door, and he's like, but I'm a kid.
yeah, but I'm
But I'm a
kid.
kid. I don't
Well,
know.
Dad, I'm not a door. I'm a kid. And he's like, well, I'll put kid then. So that was.
Oh, he made it for you?
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty cute.
adorable.
Imagine little Colin sitting
That's
on
adorable.
Marlon's
Yeah,
lap,
yeah.
and sitting on A&M.
Dude,
AIM.
Dude, we need to get Marlon on a podcast sometime.
no.
That'd be
Yes,
exciting.
dude.
No, we
We'll
don't.
shoot some Jaeger with Marlon and do a podcast.
Shoot some Jaeger. Oh, him and old Meister. Ugh.
Best
I'd
friends.
have fun. I'd have fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Oh, I love talking to your dad. Your dad's a kook, dude.
He's just gonna fucking sit there the whole time giving me shit about not having my Civil War coat on and everything.
Yeah,
Is that what he
he
does?
calls me to this day, and he's like, "What about that Austin guy?" Like he doesn't know Austin, but he'll say
That
it,
Austin guy.
yeah, yeah.
That
And then
Austin guy.
he's still wearing that coat, and I'm like, "Dad, it's summer.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna be wearing a
Even in
Civil
the
War
winter, I
coat."
die with
It's
it.
90 degrees
Yeah.
in a garage right now.
And then
You
my
wear
dad's-
it for the cast, right?
My
with
dad's
Marlon
still
on
like,
it?
Do what?
The Marlon.
You'd wear it for
Marlon
the
Meredith
for
cast?
sure.
You have to
not
wear
if
the
it's
coat.
fucking 100 degrees inside of a garage
up.
that
What's he
we're
doing?
currently in.
What?
Call him up.
I'm not calling my. He's at the race.
We're what?
He's at the
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah,
man,
Indy
the
500.
races are this weekend. It's
Gotcha.
Memorial Day weekend, by the way, everybody.
Oh yeah, way to
Happy
date
Memorial
the
Day
video.
weekend.
That's nice.
Yeah, when this is posted a year later.
Yeah.
We're like, what?
But yeah, dude, for sure, I would definitely be down to
It'd
have
be fun.
Marlon.
I think like guest casts would be fun.
yeah.
you
Dude,
know?
I just talking to Big Blake last night. I
Yeah.
want Big Blake on a podcast.
Dude, honestly
dude.
though, Blake's hilarious. Blake
He's
Blake
great.
is hilarious, and Chris is too, dude.
Oh,
Chris
and
Chris
he's very
knows his
knowledgeable.
shit. Yeah, he
Last
knows
night,
his shit.
I want to hit Chris up
just
after
to
this
hang
weekend.
out.
Yeah, just to chill.
Yeah.
'cause
Like
Chris
last
is
night, me and
cool.
him just talked about Dark Souls for so long.
I know, dude, and I was like sitting there listening and like joining in a little bit. But I was like, dude, this guy knows his shit
He
about
does.
games, bro.
It'd be just as fun to have on the cast as much as we have Micah on the cast. You know, Chris could be
Yeah.
like the video game one that we bring. Micah's
Sure.
like the movie one. I
Yeah.
mean, Chris knows his stuff about movies too.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong, but
But like when you got Chris, you're gonna talk about video games.
yeah. It's like, why would I waste the glory that is this knowledge of video game, dude?
Sure.
We were talking about Marvel versus Capcom, and
Mhm.
it's a weird feeling when you meet somebody like that isn't in the competitive world that knows like what DHC means
Yeah.
when you're talking about Marvel versus Capcom. You probably don't even.
I don't
know
even
what it
know.
means. It's basically doing a super.
I'm just agreeing with you, nodding
yeah.
and smiling.
It's like doing a super move and then into another character's super move. So you switch out to that
Oh,
second
that's cool.
character while doing their super. And
You can effectively do it 3 times, right?
technically, yes.
That's
you
cool.
can do it into a
With 3
super,
powers?
super into like the ultimate.
Oh, yeah.
And so, but yeah, when you meet somebody who knows that kind of stuff and it's out in the wild, it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I found you. You're one of us. You're one of us.
Hold my hand.
Yeah, please.
Speaking of Marvel vs. Capcom, Combo Breaker is this weekend. I haven't heard a whole lot about it.
You were
did
just telling me Leffen did a Touch of Death with 21.
Touch of Death with 21. That's hype, I guess. I mean,
It's-
Leffen
that's
is
hype.
kind of a villain of.
He's not a villain anymore.
Well, at least of Smash.
He
I don't know
became
what he is.
He
with
was a
DBZ,
heel for a
but-
little bit, you
yeah.
know, and then now he's not. He's like, he has this thing where he
Uh-huh.
comes back to America because he's from Sweden.
Yeah.
And when he's in Sweden, he's Big Lef, but when he's in America, he's Young Lef, and that's like his
What the
thing.
hell-
so
what the
it's
hell
like,
is that?
yeah,
That is
he's
like-
just Young Lef, dude.
That's a.
I could've
That's a
got that
character arc
switched
waiting
around.
to be
Yeah,
an
yeah.
anime.
right.
Have you
The
seen
Smash
the man?
Brothers anime, dude. That'd be awesome. Like FGC anime.
We've been
That'd be
preaching
sick.
that for years. Dude.
That'd be
We've
sick.
been preaching it for
Yeah.
years. Somebody made a combo video of all the Melee gods, and every single one of them have a song from Ping Pong the animation associated with them because they each have a character. And once you see Ping Pong, I want to
You
show
still
you
gonna
that
let me
combo
borrow that,
video.
right?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you borrow it. But once you see that, I'll show you that 15-minute combo video just because you'll be like,
Alright.
now I know this person. You'll like, I understand who Hungrybox is because I know the character from Ping Pong.
Well, I
that
did
he's
watch
like.
the Melee documentary, the YouTube one.
Did you watch all of it?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
You
Like,
know
it's like what is it, 8 or 10 episodes? Something
Yeah,
like
the
that?
second one's coming out at the end of this year called Metagame. It's gonna be 8 episodes long again.
So is it gonna like catch us up over the last 10 years it's been since the last one came out?
I can't remember when he
Has it been
stopped filming. I feel like it might have been Big House 6, and Big House 6 was like 2 years ago, so maybe even 3.
Oh, so the most recent one stopped filming about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
maybe even later than that.
Colin,
Like,
when is there going to be a documentary about you, man?
Never.
Why not?
Once this
About
podcast-
his
podcast
about
takes off.
your rise to fame through the Smash community.
But I'm not famous.
Yeah,
You are famous. You're
fame?
fucking 6th in the state, man. That's not an
Out of
easy
50
task.
states, though, I mean, you gotta put it in perspective.
It's not. Yeah, it's
like it's
so-
good. Like I'm not trying to
Yeah,
undermine it
no,
at all.
No, it's
like,
true. You're, right.
like,
You're exactly right.
Jesus,
Like,
I'm not
I
even,
would be
I'm
lucky to
not-
be in the
I
top
wasn't ranked
50.
when I was
even,
doing it.
Even being 6th in Indiana, just to put it into a perspective, 6th in Indiana is almost like being 40th in Southern California. So that means there's 40 people in Southern California who could come here and probably not even just be like 6th or higher. They'd be 1.
Right.
But Rick's
You
said
think California players are better than Indiana
they
players?
are. Well, I mean, there's definitely like a hierarchy to it. Like
There's also
NorCal,
more people there.
SoCal,
That means there's
yeah.
more brains working on it. More
Yeah.
people. More of a hive
Well,
mind.
I guess you're. I
That-
mean, California is kind of where like, quote unquote, talent flocks to.
That's
well,
true.
That and I mean the gods like Mango and Lucky. Well, Lucky's not a god, but Mango and Lucky live in Norwalk. And
He's a
Shade.
demigod.
well,
Lucky's
no,
a demigod.
He's called.
He's a demigod.
No, he is. He's literally not called a god of Melee. He's one of the demigods, I guess. But they live there, and so that's Norwalk, and then people in Southern California who got to play Mango for the past 10 years, you know, you're going to play somebody for 10 years that's as good at the game at Mango, you're going to get good.
Right.
And then you go to a place like Indiana where we don't have that
That's a good
talent
point.
pool.
That's a good point.
Suddenly,
That's a good
you
point,
know,
yeah.
like
So,
all
like,
those people are good.
You're potentially saying that, like, hey, if you had spent a couple years in California playing some Melee
Maybe
there,
I'd be better
you'd
than
be
I
better
am.
than you are now because
Well,
of just, like,
that-
what they experience with the
That
gods
argument,
being there, you
it
know?
kind of works, but it doesn't, because another god, PPMD,
Yeah.
came from North Carolina, where there isn't a scene either. And he just kind of played by himself, and he became one of the 5 best players in the world.
That's amazing.
And, like, to
Yeah,
put
how
it
do you learn things playing by yourself? Like, you when the first Smash Brothers tournament we went to, like, we
Yeah.
played the 4 of us. We knew how to play our styles and how to combat each other.
Boy, were we wrong.
Jesus. When we first went to that first Smash Bros. Tournament, I didn't
Holy
even
shit.
touch. Who did I play?
Malcolm.
Malcolm. Yes. What's his last name?
I don't remember. Collins. It's Malcolm Collins.
Malcolm
is
Collins.
His name, but
Okay.
Zenhan is
Yeah.
his tag, or he also went by Forsaken. for
Oh
a
yeah, I
little
remember
bit.
I
Forsaken.
think I faced him as well. I can't.
Dude,
I
I didn't touch him.
don't.
Is
I
Captain
can't touch him.
Falcon
It's Captain
moonwalking
Falcon.
all over the place, and you didn't even know what a moonwalk
the
was?
place. Yeah. It's like people from Indiana playing Smash. I'm just generalizing. I don't know for sure, but
It's true.
you know,
whatever
people
you're
from
about to
India,
say.
people from Indiana, you know, they're really good Melee players. Colin's 6th in Indiana. He's like, I'm the 6th I'm top 10 in the state. You know, he heads to California, and you're
I
like,
get bopped. I
what?
get bopped by people I've never heard of because they're
Yeah.
just that good, and we don't hear about them because they only
Right.
do top
You're
15.
accustomed to the
yeah,
wow, 30 people that go to
Yeah.
Salty Sundays.
Do
30,
these,
yeah.
do
Yeah,
these
it's about
people-
30.
Like, do these people face people like, I don't know, like Sofa King and shit? Like,
Well, okay, so Sofa King first and foremost plays
He's mostly
Smash 4.
4
He's
and
a Smash
PM,
4
right?
player.
oh, okay,
Like,
But there
PM's
are
out.
people who know Sofa King,
okay,
and he's a known player in that sense. But
Right.
even Sofa King isn't like considered the top dog,
right.
you know, by any means. It's more, to put it this way.
I mean, he's
Rick,
fucking good though. Holy
Rick,
shit.
our best player in Indiana, he is recently 81st in the world, like out of 100.
Wow.
Yeah, he's 81st. That means, though, that there are 80 people ahead of him.
It's fucking insane.
And
80
some
people
of them,
ahead of the #1 player in our state.
That's
yeah.
fucked up.
and
dude.
it's like you go to Michigan, and Michigan has 3 players under the top 50.
do they have
So, that's
statewide
cool.
tournaments?
Yeah.
Where like the #1 of each state comes together and then
No, they
find
haven't
out
done something-
overall who the best state is.
We
That'd be
kind
interesting.
of
That
would
would
do
be
that,
interesting.
but I don't think you'd ever, because if you get a big enough tournament that the #1 from Michigan, the #1 from Chicago or from Illinois, the #1 from Indiana and Ohio, etc., are coming, they're not all going to come to a tournament just to fight each other, because they're going to want to go to a tournament where the one from Florida, #1 from Florida is coming, and the
Yeah.
#1 from California is coming, and then if the #1 from California is coming, then the top 10 from California are coming.
That's true.
And the top 10 from California, probably
Are gonna
all of
bop
them can
all
beat
of 'em,
Rick.
yeah.
So
They're gonna bop the whole country.
it's, it's crazy. It's
Mm-hmm.
the weird system. It's like we're good. We're not as bad as
Yeah.
we used to be, but Indiana is nowhere near. Like, you're not gonna hear anybody go, those Indiana guys, they got
Right.
Melee figured out. No, we don't. No, we don't.
Cornfields and Melee. That's what we got.
Yeah. To your right, you see corn. To your left, you see a CRT with some Melee, and it's nice. No, that's. I
Yeah.
wish that's how it was.
Yeah.
I was looking at some of the stats at Combo Breaker, and they were supposed to be a reveal of the Mortal Kombat 11 there this weekend.
Has that happened?
It has not. I saw a tweet just right before we started this. Somebody said something like, incoming Mortal Kombat 11 trailer or video dropping, coming soon or something like that.
It was just
And
trolling.
And Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
he just comes on there and he comments. He goes, "Simple this, all lowercase and a period." Nope. That was his tweet back.
Nope.
Damn, Ed
Hilarious.
Boon.
So E3 is probably, maybe gonna happen. It might be at E3, but that's why I was keeping an eye on Combo Breaker, because I was ready for Mortal Kombat 11, because I think people are so done with MK10, like MKX, MKXL.
Yeah.
Like, I looked at the numbers, and there's more. This isn't surprising, I guess, but like, there's more people playing Melee at Combo Breaker this weekend than there are people playing MKX.
That's not surprising at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, The game also has been dominated by a few players, namely Sonic Fox,
Yeah.
the furry madman. Like he's one of the best
He's
players.
the one that wears like the
he
blue
wears the
wolf ears.
blue wolf. He's
Yeah.
well, I mean, right now, like if you were to open up Combo Breaker and if he's playing, there's like a 75% chance he's in a full wolf costume, like a
Oh, that's
mascot
awesome.
costume. He just plays in that. But he's the number one player in I think he's the number one player in Mortal Kombat X. He's the number one in Injustice 2.
Really?
He's the best
So he's
American
just-
player in Dragon Ball Fighters.
Really?
Yeah, this guy, he is the best, possibly the
He
best
just
fighting
gets- he
games
just
player that
gets it.
ever has
That
played.
makes sense. He sounds like a goat.
Yeah, he is a goat.
Meh.
Yeah, well, he's a fox technically, but
Excuse me.
he is a goat. Like, I love Sonic Fox
Yeah.
so much. Just I remember everybody getting so mad at first because they're like, this furry's beating me. Like that mattered at all?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
because it's just like
It's
he's
like-
a furry. Why do I want to lose to him? And then, or why would I lose to him? And then now it's like, people, I could be wrong, but like the furry community, it's like he's an icon. It's like it
Sure.
shows that it's like, hey, dude, like I can have this thing that's about me that people may not seem normal.
Is
But
it-
guess what? I'm gonna bop you
So,
at every fighting game.
I don't
you've
know
ever
anything
touched.
about him. I've heard the name and I've seen him play, but so is he like? I mean, is he a furry or is it just like a gimmick? And he
No.
just like gets
Nah,
recognition.
He's a furry.
He's representing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha.
Nothing wrong with being a furry.
No,
absolutely
by
not.
the way.
I mean, I personally don't get it, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
make fun of somebody for doing it
course
or
not.
being liking the things that they like. I just
Yeah.
don't understand.
The way
it.
I look at it is like a few short years ago, everyone made fun of homosexuals and stuff
Yeah.
for the stuff that they liked, and
Yeah.
now the world is like flipping around. They're like, no, dude, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And eventually, somebody's gonna be like, no, wait, that furry thing's fine. Like, why are we even?
Yeah.
I think that's
why
where
are
we're
we
at
even
now.
why is there a stigma? Like,
I
you
think
leave
that's
him alone.
the best part of Sonic Fox is it's like he was one of those people. It's like in the fighting game community specifically, we're very open and accepting.
Yeah.
But it's still, when back in the day, like probably 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
somebody's like, "Dude, you lost to the furry." That was probably like a thing, and then now it's like, who doesn't lose to Sonic Fox? Sonic Fox is gonna
He's
be
a legend.
and he's gonna be in that Fox costume,
That man,
and he's
the
gonna
myth.
look over you with his goofy eyes, and he's just gonna be like, "Yeah," because he just loves the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't he get hot in that?
Yeah, probably.
To me, not worth.
I mean, he sees through the
true.
open
Not
mouth.
worth.
That's how he looks too. Like he's not looking
The
through the
fuck's
eyes of the
insane,
mascot.
dude?
He's
That's
just
fucking
looking through the
awesome.
That's
open
so
mouth.
fucking
Yeah,
cool.
Is he
he's-
like? Is it like a social anxiety thing? Like
No.
where he just doesn't want to be seen. and
He
that's
is
like-
literally the guy that's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna like what
That's
I
cool.
like, and I'm gonna kick your ass at this game.
There's a word for it. I don't know what it's called. I know there's like a diagnosis for it, but it's like the people who are afraid, who have like the fear of people in mascot uniforms, just like
Really?
cannot be friends with a
Dude,
furry.
I
like
mean,
they just would not.
that
get along.
guy just sitting next to Sonic Fox, like he's like, I'm dropping my combos because this guy's terrifying.
It just freaks me out, dude.
It's probably-
you can't see who's
Is-
inside.
Is he like a like? I assume he probably like does cosplay for like
Yeah,
Probably.
well,
like
I mean,
conventions
he's in
and
that.
stuff like
yeah.
furry conventions.
I
and
know there
stuff?
was like, because I do follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
There was like not that long ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, like a furry convention out in Nevada,
Mhm.
and
You hear that Sonic Fox? Colin Meredith follows you on Twitter.
I- dude, I
he
love
needs a
him.
follow back.
dude, Sonic Fox followed me back. But no, like I saw a bunch of pictures of like a furry convention out in
Mhm.
Las Vegas that he was just going around, and it was
That's cool.
mainly him retweeting other people like posting pictures that they got with him. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
So he's like a little mini
he's
celebrity.
Like, yeah,
huh?
he's like a celebrity. You know,
That's cool.
he's
That's
leading
nice.
the forefront.
yeah.
And there's several
I'm happy
artists.
for him.
I'm
There's
happy
like
for
artists
him.
out there in the furry conventions that are like they draw your character. So
Yeah.
like when you are first becoming a furry and you make that character, and then you go out to the convention and you meet the artist that did that, and he's drawn like maybe half the community's like actual personas, or fursonas as they're called.
Oh yeah,
in,
persona. Yeah,
in
that's
the furry
good.
world.
I,
But
I like almost hope fans someday make like computer shorts of us, or not computer, like
anime?
animated shorts of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love if somebody made an animated thing about me talking about furries for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It's just like they put you in a furry convention. It's just like, hey, it's the guy.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd
don't-
be.
What would my animal be if I was a furry?
No, you wouldn't be a furry. You would be a bystander just there. 'Cause
At
you're
the furry?
Yeah, because you're talking about it.
at the
So
furry
it's just
con.
like your consciousness just goes
Or like
into that situation.
it's like a in the future, and Colin's like a professor at a college or something like that,
Yeah,
doing a
yeah.
study on furries or something like
Yeah.
doing the psychological like
You'll
evaluation.
see
of-
here.
yeah,
The
exactly.
individual puts the tail on, and then the ears.
Yeah.
And that is the proper way to get into your fursona.
Your
character.
fursona. Oh my.
That's what it's
Is
called.
that
a
what it's
fursona,
called?
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's,
I love
it's
Persona.
genius.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love
it's
the
cool.
whole idea of it. I mean, I am not a furry myself, but I'm down.
No,
with it.
I'm so into it. I went to Indiana Comic Con last month with Mason and R.I.P. And
Yeah,
No,
Mason's
he's
not
sick
feeling
right
I
well.
now.
guess we
well
should
right
announce.
now.
I mean, there is
Yeah.
typically supposed to be a fourth, but
Yeah, we're minus
he's
a Mason
in an empty
today.
chair right
yeah,
now.
Mason
He's
is
not feeling too well.
is incapacitated.
Whether that be all but drinking or food, whatever. It
I
is,
don't, yeah,
it's
whatever
probably-
happened to
it's-
him, I don't know. I feel bad for him.
Let
guy.
sleeping dogs lie, man.
Yep, yep.
He made his bed.
Rip.
We'll lie in it.
Rip.
Anyway, yeah, me and him went to Indiana Comic Con, and it was an experience. It was actually the first con I've ever gone to. And cosplayers, like when cosplayers go all out, and
Oh,
they
fucking
they
all out.
do, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks so good. Like you get somebody in there who's like devoted their haircut to look like
Yeah.
Captain America.
And
And
You're
these people,
like,
dude,
whoa.
these people spend like thousands of dollars
Yeah.
on just one character, and
And
they go as multiple characters.
Sure. Like throughout the year, they go to different
throughout-
cons.
yeah,
It's a
I'm
different
just like,
person.
I
holy
just found
shit.
out you actually can make money from being a cosplayer.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
people want to
makes
take
sense.
pictures of
Sure.
you if you do a good enough job. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, that's cool.
You get
I'm
featured
glad it's
places
not
and
like
shit.
they put all that effort because they still would. You know,
Oh,
people
sure.
would go
because
insane.
they love it.
Yeah, they would go insane. They do it without the money, but it's like also nice that they can make something from commissions.
I do,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I do cosplay if I could like afford it, or like if I could make something. But I'm not like tactically talented to like build a costume or something
Right.
like that.
Mason says he's gonna do the Pokemon leader Cyrus, the guy from the fourth game,
I
Pokemon
don't know
Platinum.
that guy.
He's got like blue hair. He's the evil leader. He's like the Giovanni of
Yeah.
that game. And I mean Mason could do it. He's always had the evil demeanor about him, so it's like he could
Yeah.
play Cyrus. for
Mason's
sure.
always like the villains. When I was there, there's a guy dressed up as Hellboy, and like a brilliant Hellboy.
Oh,
He had,
that's
like
sick.
the coat and like all the paint and the horns and
the,
like
ch-
this
the broken horn.
Yeah,
the
the broken horn and the huge arm and the gun, and I was just like, dude. And he didn't even go into the convention. Like he just hung out in the lobby and took pictures with people.
See, I feel like,
Like, the whole
that
day.
might be like a legendary guy, like
Yeah.
the Hellboy that goes everywhere.
Yeah, it
he
might
could
be,
be that
yeah.
guy because there's. I mean, you probably run into several Hellboys here and there.
I'm
like,
sure.
in cosplay.
That's
but-
the only one I saw. But I've only gone to the one con, so
Yeah, fair.
yeah.
I am pretty stoked that I'm excited about what's his nuts. David Harbour, I think.
David Harbour.
David
yeah.
Harbour's
he
gonna
was
be the
actually
new
at Indiana
Hellboy.
Comic Con.
Oh,
when I was
really?
up there.
Damn, that
yeah,
would've
I saw him from a
tight.
distance. I wasn't gonna wait in a 4-hour line
Yeah.
to pay him $50 to
Right.
shake his hand.
But honestly, dude, I mean, the dude's kind of huge, you know.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's like,
he blew
I
up
feel
after
like
Stranger
I feel like he
Things.
could play a really good Hellboy. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
He's
I
had
mean,
kind of a. I mean, he's been an actor for a while, but he's
Mhm.
had like a renaissance.
yeah.
He's like come back into
Renaissance.
Yeah.
in the limelight.
I'm
with
glad
Stranger
he's
Things.
willing to do a role
Same with like
like
Winona
that.
Ryder and stuff.
You know,
Yeah.
I really liked him in Stranger Things.
I remember
Good
I was
character.
at
Really, I love him.
Yeah.
I was at Indie PopCon, and the only like cosplay I remember was a group of people that were all characters from Legend of Zelda. So there was
Yeah.
like Skull Kid in the Majora's Mask,
Mhm.
and then there was like Naru and a few other characters, and they were walking as a group, each playing different instruments and playing Legend of Zelda
Whoa,
songs.
that's
So, like,
that
you-
is awesome.
You'd hear Song of Storms just da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da,
That's so
and
cool.
you look over and there's a group of 4 people walking and playing that song, and I was
That's
like,
cool.
that is probably one of the sickest things
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
badass.
in a long time.
Oh yeah.
That's all a great cosplay when I was up there of a Storm from the X-Men, and I was just like, whoa! I was like, you look amazing, like
Full white hair,
Yeah,
and like the
full
white
white hair.
contacts and,
and
stuff
yeah,
too.
exactly. And it had like it was like the old costume with like the crown that comes up into the weird triangle thing. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
like
I don't
the,
even know if I know
like
that.
the high waisted, singlet or whatever she wears and the cape. It's all-
Right.
it was cool.
Not to like get off of video games or
No,
anything.
Do
but
what you want.
Garrett, did I tell you the recent adventure me and Colin had with hockey?
Hockey?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hockey.
I tell you, went to that
We're
hockey
getting into
game.
hockey now.
Oh yeah,
so
we've
I
talked
like-
about getting into hockey before. I think.
I scored 2 free tickets from my dad, and so I like hit him up.
They
'cause
have
he's
hockey in Indiana.
The Indy
it's-
Fuel.
Yeah, Indy Fuel is
It's
our
like
team.
it's not
It's
like
like a minor
pro,
league.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
minor
no,
for
it's
sure.
it's not major or anything. But
Mhm.
like, so we went there, right? And I'd never been to a hockey game before.
Yeah.
You know, so we're sitting there chilling, and my boy Colin spotted me getting a beer. You know, and dude, I have never in my life ever came into contact with those bottoms up cups.
Do you know what?
Bottoms
You know,
up
you know what
cups.
bottoms
They,
up
like,
cup is?
They have a magnet on the bottom, and the way that they fill it up is they put it on this little spout.
Oh,
and it
And it
yeah.
fills the
from
cup up
bottom
from
Oh,
the
yeah.
bottom, right? Okay.
It's cool, right?
Never in my life.
I know where this story.
Yeah, you know where it's coming. Never in my fucking life have I had an experience with one of these before. So I have no. I'm just like, you know, I'm sitting
Watching
there.
magic happen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sitting there drinking it and everything, and I'm like watching the game, and I'm like sitting in the back of my mind. I'm like, how the fuck does this work?
You're like
Okay,
not even
how
enjoying
does
the
beer?
game.
Yeah.
Just-
I'm like, how does the beer get into the fucking cup? So I'm sitting there like, you know, looking it over and shit, and then I realize that there's a fucking little ring down at the bottom of the cup, like a metal ring, and then the magnet is on top of the ring,
Yeah.
so it just simply lifts the magnet up off of it, allows the liquid to come in, and then when you pull the cup off, the magnet goes
Comes
over the
back
hole,
down.
right?
Yeah.
Did not know that. So as I'm sitting there watching, I'm resting the fucking beer in my hand. I
No.
yeah,
Oh,
I just
no.
so happened to just kind of finger that hole a little bit with my pinky, like just kind of
Bootleg
touch the
Shanty
hole. a little-
podcast out
yeah,
of context.
yeah.
with my pinky.
Yeah, no, I just kind of put my pinky over that little hole, and the weight of the beer was just enough to push that magnet up, and all the beer went out the bottom of the cup all over my shorts, dude. It looked like I hardcore pissed myself,
no, I
man, in
remember
front of all these
not-
people, dude.
I didn't see it happen because
sorry that
I was
No,
watching.
it was
hockey.
great.
Yeah, I was watching hockey, being like very much entertained.
Yeah.
and then I just like look over, and Austin's face is just one of defeat.
Yeah.
And I was like, our team. I
was
think
like
our
all
team
the
just
beer,
scored. I was
too.
like, "Did you see that? Our team scored!" Like because we're representing Indy Fuel at this
And
point.
then you look down.
No, I look. Austin's just like he's defeated. He's the shell of the man he was when we got there, and you look down and it looked like he just pissed himself, and the face was disappointed enough that I was like, "Did you piss yourself?" And you're like, "Well, no." And then he like lifted the beer up and he pointed to the bottom of it, and I was like, "Yeah, Austin, it's a beer. Like, what did you do?" And he was like, "No," and then like pointed to the hole, and I was like, "Oh,
That's
you're
so
an
funny.
idiot."
But the cool thing
Okay.
is like since it's it's a hockey game, they have to keep it cool in there. By the end of the fucking game, it was all dried up. I mean, yeah, I reeked of beer.
Were you freezing?
Huh?
Were you freezing? Do they keep
No,
it?
it was a
no,
nice,
it was
cool, like-
it was like a nice temperature.
It was
you were
like
comfortable.
maybe 28 degrees,
Yeah,
but like
I mean,
up in
I
the
naturally
stands,
get
it was
hot
even
when I
warmer.
drink anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me.
The
yeah.
Indy Fuel have their like mascot's a dragon,
Mhm.
and when they first introduced all the team onto the
What's the relationship with fuel and a dragon?
I don't know.
The TVs out in the fucking lobby had an engine.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what to root for.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Is it a fucking
Yeah.
dragon? Is it a
Just
car?
confused.
Yeah, like,
It
like,
was
what
cool
the
though.
hell?
It was cool, but the dragon they like did a huge blow up dragon head
That's
at the
cool.
and when the Indy Fuel came out,
It's like a
they had
Motley Crue
they had
concert.
flames though. No, dude, they literally had like flames.
Yeah, there was flames going
just
everywhere.
shooting
and
up
shit,
everywhere.
yeah.
They were
hold on,
out
hold on.
on the ring, and you
Without-
could feel the
Without
fire.
telling Garrett, without spoiling it for Garrett, try and guess what their song is. Can you guess what the Indy Fuel's song might be?
I got one guess.
What?
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I deserve.
That is exactly what it was. So when they're coming out of this tunnel and there's fire going everywhere, it's like, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. You know, I'm just like, oh shit. I'm like hyped up now. I don't even know who these guys are. but
I
it's
could have
dope.
gotten into a fist fight.
Badass.
Like, that's how cool it
I'm
was.
ready to go. If Austin had pissed himself, yeah.
Yeah. So I basically, after it spilled all over me, I just didn't move from that spot
so
until
cool.
the end of the game.
The thing I noticed about hockey,
Where
it's
do they
like you-
play?
They played.
it's the fairgrounds, Indy Fairgrounds.
Well, yeah, that's where they played. But who were they playing that night?
I can't. It was Wyoming something.
No.
or
It
Winona?
was. Where did when we worked at the golf shop? Where was one of the places that Ed?
Winnipeg. It was Winnipeg.
No, not Winnipeg. It was like that though, but it was like. What you can't remember any of the places that
No.
Ed used to go to
No.
for golf shows?
Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo.
Yeah,
Michigan. Yeah.
Wings. Kalamazoo
the
Wings was
Kalamazoo
who they were
Wings.
facing.
Yeah.
But I mean, you always hear it's like hockey is a violent game,
Yeah.
and nobody's gonna be like, nah, they're kittens out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually
Is it
like,
rough?
oh, dude, I saw a guy from Indy Fuel just take the butt of his like stick and just smack a guy
Smoke a dude in the
right in the
face.
face.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And the ref didn't even
Yeah,
do anything
he's just
about
like,
it.
That's gotta be
that's
illegal.
legal.
No,
No,
it's,
yeah.
it's legal.
But the
I
thing is, the
guess.
reason he did it though, like the reason the guy butted him in the face is because something happened before that the Wings did to us. So that was like a payback thing, and I think that's why the
And
ref
honestly,
was like, "Oh, that's cool."
We're gonna
Payback
upset all the people in
happens
Kalamazoo.
every
We're,
2
like,
minutes.
sitting here
Yeah,
rooting for
right.
the fuel.
Right.
Well, I mean, they're gonna probably be like, Wings didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
The
Love
fuel was
Wings.
starting every
Let the
fight."
record
Yeah.
show that
I love
Wings,
Wings.
Wings
Love
lost
Wings.
to that game.
Yeah,
Let's
Wings
just-
got
Wing-
booked.
Yeah, no, fuel.
Take that,
fuel beat the ass.
Kalamazoo.
Yeah, well,
It was a good game though.
why don't you actually have a name from this century? All right, like
I've
Indianapolis.
been to Kalamazoo. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I've been to Kalamazoo.
There's a cow and a zoo in Kalamazoo.
dude. No, but
That was the dumbest joke I've ever heard
Dude,
you
when
say.
you're when you're in the elementary
I
school
laughed.
growing up in Michigan, like that's the jokes you make.
yeah.
You're like, you got him. Evansville had a hockey team. The Evansville Icemen.
Dude, honestly, hockey's
Yeah, no,
dope.
the Iceman. It was the
Yeah,
Iceman,
and
and they had
the
the big
mascot-
big mascot.
The
that
mascot
was-
looked exactly like Captain Cold from
Yeah,
DC. Yeah,
yeah, dude.
exactly like it.
I
Like
remember.
I'm not a huge sports goer, man, but like hockey's fun, dude.
I'd go.
I
watch
enjoyed.
hockey
I would
games.
go to see another hockey game for sure.
I've actually been enjoying a little bit of soccer recently. There's like,
Oh, really?
A coworker I have. who-
Football or soccer?
They're the same
Both?
thing. It's a
Not
trick
the
question.
NFL.
His answer would have determined whether or not he watched like an out of the country one or not.
Oh, I do what? Well, a guy I work with, he's a big Liverpool fan, so
Ah.
I catch the Liverpool games with him sometimes.
So is he like a big FIFA player?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I bet.
Oh,
bet.
big FIFA player.
bet.
Yeah, he's
The funniest
days. Some days he'll come in hungover and he's like, "Bruh, I was up till 4 in the playing
Yeah,
FIFA."
right. The funniest thing,
One of
funniest thing
those
with me
nights.
though, with that, because like FIFA's online, right? Like you can play online.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But the thing that gets me is like people get so worked up and like bent
Mhm.
out of shape over a game that didn't go well for them on FIFA. When I'm like, it's not even a real fucking game, dude.
Well, neither is
The-
the video games that we play.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not standing up throwing my controller at the fucking screen
You've
because
never
somebody
gotten that pissed.
because somebody on my game didn't score.
I mean, I've been on the
And a goal.
sidelines when you're playing some Battlefield, and
Yeah.
you let it be known that the possible 10-year-old should have known what a 20-year-old
Possible
would do.
10-year-olds.
Yeah, like you're just like, what is this kid doing? Has he ever been a
Yeah.
medic? I don't
The-
think he's
the
ever been a medic. You
10-year-old
heal the tank. Heal the
yelling,
tank. Yeah.
yelling over the headphones, just like it's so gay. Like 10-year-olds.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
I love 10-year-olds in the gaming world.
Yeah, yeah.
They
yeah.
Yeah, let me
they're
just carry you for another match.
instigators.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, they're the instigators.
because
man.
like you can troll them so hard.
They're
and it's a good
chaotic
time.
neutral. That's what they are. They just want the world to burn, and they don't care how. They're the greatest people to play with.
That's
on
our
that.
future we're talking about.
Oh, they'll mellow out.
I was the same way, dude. If you went back, I could play
Oh.
the Gears of War.
I was in some
Dustin
lobbies with you,
Tirade.
Dustin and
yeah,
Clayton,
Dustin
man.
XD.
Yeah, if you want to, I mean, it's NSFW for sure, and it's
Yeah.
not the kindest words. It's coming from a 14-year-old bigot, so you got to think
It's
about
cringy.
that. And just type in Dustin. It's DUS7IN, the Dust 7N
Ooh.
space XD
Him and
bitchin'. Dustin
1X
XD
year
bitchin'.
kid were hanging out.
No, it was 1K year kid.
1K
And
year
my
kid.
name on there,
1K
my
year
name
kid.
on Gears of War was Karin at the
Oh,
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, if I went back in time and I just saw myself playing some of those video games, the words I said, like, I would grab me by the back of the head and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Where do you think you
Yeah.
were?"
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. Like if
Yeah.
I
you
was,
thought you were
if,
right.
if I was my parent of me at like 10 right now, oh,
That's with anybody though. Who do
I-
you know that's like?
I'm actually thinking
God,
about getting
my
a time
kid self
machine.
was so much
going
better
back in
than I
time
am
and
now.
Killing myself. So
I'm such a worse person than I was when I was a
Yeah.
kid. Nobody says that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everybody's like, I know shit now that I didn't then, and I'm better for it.
I'm better for it. When since we had it written down as a topic that I know we wanted to talk about.
yeah.
When is E3 this year?
June 12th through the 14th, I believe.
So it's soon.
it is. It's
Soon trademark.
next month.
It's yeah.
Oh no, it's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Holy cow! I have a small list here of things that could potentially be there, rumors, and I think none of it is too fantastic sounding,
Mhm.
honestly. But I figured we'd play a little game. Just a small thing called just a quick yay or nay. That's all it is. And
Okay,
then
okay.
if there's something that somebody says yay about, we may talk about that one.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
everyone says nay, then why we're not gonna
Yeah,
talk
no,
about it.
don't talk
Who
about it.
cares?
No reason.
Um,
I mean, unless it's like a
unless
unanimous,
I
and
mean,
then everybody's
yeah,
like, why?
unless you want to drop a comment, and
Yeah,
let us
Tell
know
us,
which
tell
one.
us which games we should have talked about.
Okay, so there's about one, two,
that like button.
Destroyed.
got about 10 here. Obviously we talked about MK11. MK11 may be making a thing at E3. this year.
Nay.
They also announced, Warner Brothers also announced Lego Incredibles.
Nay.
Kind of cool. I like the Lego games.
I'm gonna
They're
say nay, but I
casual.
do love the Incredibles.
I'm gonna say nay because it's Lego.
I'm gonna say yay, but we don't have to talk
Yeah,
about
no,
Lego
I mean,
Incredibles.
I'm gonna have a side note. Lego games are not bad, actually.
Okay, but
I like them.
the
humor's on point.
I just got over them after Star Wars. Like I
Sure.
played the Star Wars.
Well, there's
Lego.
a lot of Star Wars ones.
Yeah,
I
that
used to
makes
play
sense.
this PC Lego game where you were like a pizza boy, like trying to stop this guy getting out of jail, and like the guy would like
What?
steal car pieces from people and build a car. And he's like,
Whoa.
"It's my getaway car."
That's
And then,
awesome.
Yeah,
That
it was
sounds
a
like a
lot of
blast.
fun.
Was this like Lego? Like
It was like a
Roblox
Lego
City?
piece.
Oh,
I think it
okay.
might have been. It could have been Lego City.
Roblox.
I don't know.
Oof. Ooh.
But
And
it's a
also, I have another Lego game coming out. Lego DC Villains.
gonna hit that with a hard name.
I'm gonna hit it with a nay too.
Yeah, nay.
I don't care.
So far, you've had nay
Yeah. Well.
with everything.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be
I said
nay.
it's probably
Yeah, it's
gonna
be nay.
it's gonna be probably a lot of nay. That's why I made this quick, or trying to. Last of Us 2 coming out.
Yeah.
See, yay.
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 I think I'm into it as well. I haven't played the remaster on the
Have
PS4.
you
and I
seen the
think
trailer
I'm
at all
going
for it
to.
yet?
I haven't.
The
watched
cinematic
it.
one. Colin, have you seen it at all?
Yeah, the one where she's like playing the guitar.
Playing
in
the
the room.
guitar. Okay,
Yep.
so I want to talk a little
Cool.
bit about that for
Go
a
ahead.
second.
What's she
Dude.
playing?
Give
me fuel. Give me
No,
fire.
no. See, okay, but that's up for speculation though.
That song.
no,
That
no, no,
song
no,
is
no,
like
no,
it
no,
could
no,
have been
no.
that song.
No.
Last of
Metallica.
Us 2 Metallica
Metallica has
crossover.
nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is the song that she's playing in the trailer is
Uh-huh.
up for speculation as to like where she learned it where she was taught that song. So people are thinking that Joel taught that to her. But
Okay.
but people are thinking a lot that based off of what they see in the trailer that Joel's actually dead in the game
Okay.
or no longer around.
What song is it?
It's like
Is it a pop song?
It's not. It's
Popular,
not like.
I mean?
It's like one that's for the game. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Like
It wasn't a song.
All I'm thinking
before
about
the
is,
game.
like,
I don't
the-
think so. I
The
think
Gears of War trailer.
I could be wrong.
All around me.
No. Yeah.
Not
I
the,
could be wrong.
Who does that? Tears for Fears does the
The
original.
original
one.
is like Gary Jules or something.
Yeah,
like
no,
that?
it's Gary Jules. Gary Jules.
Is that it?
Yeah, yeah. But the reason it's up for speculation that he might be dead is because one, there's in the beginning of the trailer they're separated. He's not around. She walks in and she's in there by herself and has killed like 4 or 5 people that are in the house. And
then she picks up a guitar.
well, yeah, she's like she like finds a guitar.
Wouldn't
in there.
you?
But
No.
that brings me to my point though. She's obviously like mentally unstable in the trailer.
Reasonably.
Something's wrong. There's
The
all
events
it's,
of the
it's,
last
it's
game.
super like off-putting
Well, that,
already.
I mean, but the father figure in Joel, if he's dead,
If
yeah,
he is
and
gone.
it's speculated that she's pregnant.
How big of a time jump are we doing here
She looks
for less?
because
It's
in
maybe a
the other
year
one
or
in the
two
other one she's
after.
14.
it's maybe a year. Or
In the
two
first one
after.
she's 14. Okay.
How
so-
she,
So in this one she looks
I mean,
like she's
she got
18.
pregnant. Oh, okay.
Like
So-
she looks a lot older in this. Like
good.
she's pushing 20 in this. It looks like at least.
Okay.
I thought maybe 2.
Yeah,
3
after you said a
years, but-
year or two, I was like, that means she got knocked up at 15.
No,
In the
or
zombie
16.
well,
but
in the
yeah,
zombie
it's in a
wasteland.
post-apocalypse. I mean, she could have,
the bad, the
the bad. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna hope that's not what it is. But
I'm
anyways,
sad.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
the reason that it's speculated that he's dead,
Next.
the reason it's speculated that he's dead is because when he walks into the house, it's super bright outside. Like you can't see anything behind him. Like it's
Okay.
all white. And when he walks in and says like, "What are you doing, kiddo?" or "What are we doing?" or something like that,
Yeah.
he has no scratch on him. Like he's completely clean.
So they're thinking.
And she is not. She is completely
She's,
dirty.
like,
She's got
maybe
blood all over her.
flashback,
and shit.
hallucination.
Yeah, like she's hallucinating his spirit or something in her mind, because she's like it's super obvious that she's not mentally
she's-
stable
yeah.
in the
Feeling
trailer. Like
stuff.
something's happened.
The only other thing I want to say on that is, even though I do constantly talk smack about The Last of Us because I did
I'm
do
a
a
brick,
playthrough.
yeah.
I did a playthrough of only the brick. And I'm even willing to say for the channel, I will replay The Last of Us doing only brick.
Yeah, that'd be. I would love to.
I'd sit down with you
I wanna
if
see
you'd
it.
be willing.
It is.
I don't know. Wait for Last of Us 2. Do that with a brick.
I don't want to do that one with a brick.
They may
because
not even, they may not even have bricks. anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
They may have
possibility.
foregoed that.
I could have a
completely.
brickless
Get the
world.
DLC brick edition.
Yeah, yeah.
Bootleg
Brick
Shanty DLC comes
Yeah.
with a brick.
But I'd be willing to do that.
Another brick in
because
the
it'd
wall
be
DLC.
fun. All in all, just another. And every time it says brick, I have to throw it. Like no matter
Yeah.
what, I just have to throw
Yeah.
the brick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Next, I don't know. I've never talked to you guys about this series. I don't know if you're interested. It's a lot of sequels, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Look where we are.
Just Cause 4. I don't know if anybody cares.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I have
say
Just
nay
Cause
just 'cause
3.
I don't.
I've put some hours into Just Cause 3.
Just Cause.
Just Cause.
Joss Whedon.
Wait,
cause.
did you
It's-
just cause? That's
Yeah,
why
just
you put it in?
just cause. Just cause I wanted to. But like,
3.
it's a good. It's
Wait,
okay.
is it just cause?
Yeah, it's
Or
is
is it just cause?
No, it's Just Cause.
Oh, dude,
Well,
the game would be
just
better if it was
'cause.
just cause. You know, this is a
They're
brutal,
saying
dangerous,
they're saying
violent
that
game.
his cause
Just
is
'cause.
just.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though it's real, like in at least the third one, you're liberating a
Mhm.
country that's being taken over by a.
Aliens or something?
No, it's like a.
Corporation.
No, it's like a.
Am I thinking of Saints Row?
It's like I don't want to say.
I'm thinking of Saints Row.
For some reason, I keep trying to say Democrat, and that's not right. It's like a dictator. Okay,
Dictator.
dictatorship. It's a dictatorship, all right?
Yeah.
So like you're liberating
he's
the whole
America.
country from
Yeah.
right, but so they're like trying to say that his cause is just, but I'm like, literally, dude, you're just going around killing people,
Where's the
blowing all of their like bases up and shit.
Where's
Yeah.
the 3 come in?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Next, we got
Continue,
the
yeah.
Final Fantasy.
I'll say yay for that one just
Yay?
to give it a
Okay.
try.
I never played them. Maybe I'll pick it up.
It's okay.
Maybe we'll try it. I don't
You're
know.
basically Superman. You can fly infinitely
That's cool.
if you combo the
I'm into
grappling and the.
I'm into flying
parachute.
indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Final Fantasy VII Remake. They've been talking about it for a long time. I don't know if it's going to happen at E3, but
I do want
it's a
to.
rumor.
I want to do a Final Fantasy 13. I think it's 13. It's either 13 or 14. Fuck.
Is it the one where they're in the car? The guys in the car?
No, it's the one with the kid with the yellow.
Titus, that's 10.
Is
That's
that 10?
10.
Okay,
I have never played a Final Fantasy game
Neither have
outside
I.
of Crystal Chronicles.
I've
So-
picked
I want
up,
to do 10 for the channel.
I've
is
picked
what
up
I'm saying.
7 and I've picked up 10, and I haven't played either
Mason
of them
and
yet.
I have 7 as well.
Yeah, I got it just because I was like,
I
I
can
haven't played
find my
one
10.
yet. I found it, and I was like, okay, I'll get this, and maybe I'll play a Final Fantasy game. Haven't done it yet. Was that yays or nays?
It's a May, as in a May.
It's a
be.
May.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
okay,
a May.
nice. So
It's a
maybe.
May.
I would like to talk more about
Yeah,
it, but I
maybe.
honestly don't know
I
enough
don't know
about
enough.
the game
Sure,
yet.
Yeah.
I know exactly. Well, I mean,
It's such
maybe
a vast
instead of
universe.
Let's make a
Us-
pact here
should
to
we pl-
learn more about Final Fantasy.
I feel like we
before this.
need to. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it deserves
Do you guys-
deserves it for
Oh,
how many of their games
the
there
cultural
are and shit.
significance
Yeah.
of Final Fantasy is massive.
I mean,
It's
and
got-
7 is supposedly one of the best, so the fact that it's getting remade, that's why the hype's all around it.
I know most of the movies aren't supposed to be like canon, but I love the movies. I mean,
Yeah,
the Final
actually,
Fantasy movies are great.
I think. What's the animated one?
That's what I'm talking about. The
They're
one-
all animated.
It's the one.
The-
It's
the
the
old-
one with like Seth
No,
Green in it.
The older one, with the girl's face on the cover.
Yeah, the one that has Seth Green in it.
It does
he
it?
does a voice acting in it.
That has the highest rating on Rotten Tomatoes and
It's the one with like
IMDb of a video
with
game
like
movie.
the
That's
invisible.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
It's like the invisible ghost creatures.
it's still
that
not a
come through
good
shit.
rating.
Like
Yeah,
the-
It's
but
only
it's
like
the
maybe-
highest you got.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll say May.
Yeah, man.
Maybe I'll play the PlayStation one, or maybe I'll just wait for the remake to come out and then get it done on the P4. I don't know.
Yeah.
This one's I'm excited for. Metroid Prime 4. We've heard rumors about that. Being developed by the Tropical Freeze guys.
Yay, but only because it's Metroid. Like,
Right.
I
think it's Tropical Freeze. guys,
possible
by the way.
unpopular opinion, I didn't like any Metroid Prime
not like-
after the first one.
Really?
I didn't like
Like
Echoes.
Echoes and
I
stuff?
didn't like any because to me,
It's Echoes
I
and
like-
Echoes too, right?
yeah, I believe so. I think it's Metroid Prime Echoes and then Metroid Prime Echoes 2. But
Metroid Prime 3 Echoes 2.
yeah, maybe
It's like the Rambo movies.
I could be wrong.
Do you guys prefer the side scroller
Oh,
Metroid,
Super
or do you
Metroid.
like
I
the
do,
first
yeah.
person
Super Metroid.
Metroid?
by far.
I'd much rather play. Honestly, if I'm gonna play a Metroid game, I'd probably pop in one of the Game Boy Advance ones.
Because I don't know which one it was.
Fusion 6.
Fusion 6.
But they had that one that was first person.
Zero Mission.
Or whatever, you know what I'm talking about?
That's Prime.
That's Prime.
That's Prime.
Yeah.
I heard people when that came out, everybody's like, "Oh man, Metroid has like been meant to be in first person." And I was like,
That's how I felt too
"Cool," but
until the second one. It's because like you can only do so much with first person sometimes, you
Sure.
know, and like we've seen it with the Call of Duties for a long time, and like I made the jokes with Battlefield back in the day. Obviously,
Right.
Battlefield revolutionized a lot of stuff,
Mhm.
but
right.
Metroid
Love
to
Battlefield.
me was better as a side scroller because you have when you add that 3D plane and you have to do the backtracking that is staple in a Metroidvania game. It makes it hard. It
And
makes
puzzles
it obnoxious.
change a lot
Yeah.
when it flips from that drastic of a.
I would love to see a new
position.
Metroid game go back to the Super
Did
Metroid.
you play
formula. the remake?
Samus Returns?
Yeah, I played it.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, well, it's a remake. Of course, I'm gonna like it.
True.
Never played it.
It's a
Mason's got it. You should
It's
try
a-
it.
I should play any
Metroid-
Metroid game.
Metroid 2
You can
remake,
play Super
right?
I've never
Metroid.
beaten one
We have Super
before.
Metroid.
I've just fucked with them a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's on the.
Or I
SNES
have
Classic.
Prime if you'd want to try out Prime instead.
Yeah.
I
have it
don't
for the
get. I don't give a
GameCube.
shit. I do like the Super Mario Easter egg in Prime though. That's on the back of the ship.
Oh yeah,
I think where you can like
Wait,
zoom
please
in.
explain this to me.
There's like a little bumper sticker on the back of her ship in Prime that is like 8-bit Mario.
No way,
and
that's
shit. Yeah.
awesome.
I think
love
that's the
that
game.
stuff.
I know there's one that has that though.
Yeah, I'm gonna save this next one for the last because it's dope.
Okay.
Borderlands 3. You play the Borderlands games?
I say
Okay.
nay because I fell out of Borderlands after 2.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
grievance with Borderlands is
It's been a
like,
while
I don't,
since the second one.
and I
so
feel
don't
I
know.
feel so like hypocritical for saying this, but I don't like it because of its cartooniness.
The cell.
Really?
I
You don't
love
think
this.
that's
But
cel-shaded?
but yet I'll play fucking like Crackdown, or I'll play fucking
Yeah.
you know, anything that has like a cartoony-ish vibe to it. But it's like
Fortnite.
that one just bugs me. Yeah, like Fortnite.
I
or
like
something.
Fortnite's art style.
Fortnite's dope, but like for some reason, dude, Borderlands just bugs me. I don't know.
Yeah?
They're trying to go for like a Rage look. You know, the game Rage.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, that's coming out as well.
Rage 2.
Yeah, Rage 2 is coming out as well.
I don't know.
Nay.
I didn't give a shit about the first Rage.
I didn't.
I don't even know the game.
It's
Actually,
a-
the first one didn't do very good.
it's
It wasn't received well.
It's not the Unreal guys. It's the
Epic.
no, it's the Doom 3 guys.
Doom 3. I don't know.
I'm
It's
not
not
a proper
id.
nerd.
Yeah, id Software.
id Software.
Thank you.
Oh,
id
wow.
Software. Yeah, and it's the whole game is just brown, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you're just
yeah.
walking through and you're like everything's brown.
You talking about
colored.
you talking about the first one? You talking about the first one, right?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, the color palette was terrible.
But the new one looks like it's doing some explosion of color. I don't know if you saw the trailer.
Yeah.
But everyone, I don't know. It's got that.
I might have to look at the trailer.
It's got like that post-apocalyptic look to it, like Mad Max,
What
but
doesn't
multicolored.
nowadays?
Yeah, like it's like Sunset Overdrive looking or
Yeah.
something. And
Can
that-
the apocalypse just happen just so we can figure out if post-apocalyptic is as cool as
Yeah,
games
let's
portray?
start it. Let's
Is
get
this
some
glamorous as we
mohawks.
make
Yeah.
it?
Let's get some mohawks, some spiked leather, and let's go start an apocalypse.
You got me at spiked leather. Like,
Just
let's do
load
it.
the truck up with a bunch of like amplifiers
Yeah.
and have a guy chained on the front with a guitar and
Yeah,
he's
no.
just screaming
Have
into a
the-
microphone
the
while you're going like
opening-
60 miles
The
an hour.
opening to
Drinking milk.
Is it
Yeah.
is it Rock Band? Is that opening where he's on the hood of the car and he's like, yeah,
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
hello there, ladies
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Rock Band 2, I think. Assassin's Creed.
Which
There's
one?
teasers of a new one. They haven't released a title, but rumors are that it's Greece.
What? What?
That's what I've heard. I don't know.
I'm
Like
I'm
like
on the
Rome
nay.
and shit? Like Greek
When in
mythology?
Rome.
Not like-
When in Rome.
Probably not like mythology. It'd probably take place after like God stuff, like after the world has been
I was
established.
gonna say in Ezio's trilogy, Brotherhood takes place in Rome and shit, like Italy.
Well,
and
you know,
stuff.
I would be down for them to go back to that time period.
I liked that time period, but
like I've never really played. I've never finished an Assassin's Creed game.
you need to
Yeah, I know that'll happen. Culture the swine.
do the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do like the Templar type
Okay.
time period. That was cool. Biblical time period is really cool.
This is just rumor I heard, so I don't know what.
Rumor has it.
There's another game, new. I honestly only know the title and what the developers made beforehand. So
Let's hear it.
it's called Dreams,
Dreams.
and it's a new IP, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
New IPs are always hype because like
Wait, made by who?
made by the Little Big Planet guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is the have you seen the trailer?
I have not.
Is it the same game I'm thinking of that has like a little gnome? You're controlling a little gnome.
I told you I did not see the trailer.
I
Fuck.
mean,
Yeah,
Little,
I might
Little
need to read more
Nightmare
about it than
is
that.
Little Nightmare made by those same people? Or
That's what I'm
whatever?
saying. The trailer I'm thinking of, and if this is Dreams that I'm thinking
Yeah.
of, it
It's
does
like
look
Little
like
Nightmare
Little-
sequel or like
no,
spiritual
no.
successor.
See,
Maybe.
Little Nightmares is like way darker. This is
Little
more
Nightmare
vibrant
Dreams,
and colorful. This
yeah.
is more. The only thing I saw in the trailer was like you're like this little gnome. It's a side scroller. You're like a little gnome, and you're jumping. The part in the trailer, he's jumping across, like a rock path that's in the water.
Mm-hmm.
But as he's going across, some fucking like crazy water lady monster thing comes up out of the water and tries to get you and shit.
Oh,
So
goodness.
it is reminiscent of Little Nightmares in that
Okay.
aspect.
Well,
where-
if that is
If
this
it's a
game, that
platformer
sound-
with-
yeah,
if it's
sounds
not
good to
if
me.
it's not the game, I'm just talking shit out my ass right now, and nobody has
You've
anything.
never seen a clip.
I want
that has
that game.
I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Fuck
I don't know
Little
if
Big
that's
Planet.
dreams
I
or
want
not.
that game.
Dude, honestly, I've never played Little Big Planet.
Dude, they're fun.
I played Little Big.
I played a little bit of Little Big Planet.
I
they're fun.
played Little Big Planet Racing.
I've
What?
never played that one.
I probably
I
shouldn't
know
have
it.
said that out
I
loud.
know it exists.
No, but
Is
it came free with the PlayStation, so I
Oh,
just
that makes
checked
sense.
It out. I mean, it was.
Isn't the
fun.
character's name Sackboy?
Sackboy, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
He's
that.
also in All Star,
PlayStation All-Stars
PlayStation
Royale.
Rumble, Royale, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
When I
the
watched somebody
failed
play it,
Smash
they had
Brothers.
Yeah,
they had the Kratos skin
I'm sure it's
on him.
fun.
It was cool.
It's not.
I
It's
liked
not?
that.
It's not.
yeah. Kratos was, I mean, a big he was the mascot for like a decade.
For PlayStation.
Yeah, and then he dropped off, and now the reboot happened. So now he's probably back.
Nathan Drake was
Doing this
that
stuff.
for a
Oh
bit
yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Like
PlayStation
Naughty
has
Dog.
so
Well,
many fucking
dude, what is Naughty
exclusives.
Dog? Naughty Dog's like one of the best companies out
Sick.
there. Like,
Yeah.
you can't hate on it. It's just like Rare. Like, yeah, Rare went off the deep end, but you look
Yeah.
back at the legacy, and it's like Naughty
Sure.
Dog is still doing
Exactly.
good things.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
But you look back at their legacy too, and you're just like, wow, this
Wow.
studio is.
It was
top-notch.
really strange. Just I mean, because like for me personally, just based off of what I played, it was really weird to see Naughty Dog go from Jack and Daxter
Yeah.
to Last of Us. I was like,
Yeah.
what the? I mean, yay, but
Or
like, what the
the
fuck are you guys doing?
Uncharted.
Yeah, or Uncharted. Yeah. Oh, dude, I need to play Uncharted.
I
Really bad.
don't like it.
You don't?
I played like half through the first one, and I was tired of like, climbing section, shooting
Yeah.
shooting section,
I mean, I think-
climbing section.
I think Nathan Drake is a really like cliche character. Like he's very bland to me, but I still want to play it just because it's like it's like an Indiana Jones type game. you know
Sure,
what I mean?
and
Like,
I went into it thinking it was going to be more Tomb Raider-esque,
that's the
and I was like, okay, Tomb Raider. No.
Right, Dave?
really.
You
Nah.
you had your gripes with the old one.
Oh, dude, the old Tomb Raider's just hard.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't like.
I remember watching you die to that just the statue, Midas's statue,
that
where
was
you
so
went up
cool.
and got into the
I
hand.
I
and turned
died
into gold.
before you came over to that, and then when you came over, I purposely killed myself so
Oh,
I could
okay.
show you what happened. I was like, look how cool that is.
That's Midas's hand.
Yeah.
The golden touch.
Yeah, I turned it rock gold, solid gold,
Rock gold.
rock gold.
Turned into rock gold.
The next one I have on here is Gears 5.
Nay.
Did you like?
I was gonna say I knew he
Oh.
was gonna say nay. I
Wait, did
knew
we
it.
say yay about Dreams?
Oh, if it's
It's
the
a
one
May.
I'm thinking
It's
of,
a May.
yay.
It's
It's
May.
another
if,
May.
if it's the one I'm thinking of, yay.
Fuck it, I'm gonna say yay. Little Big Planet, new IP, yay.
If it's what Austin described,
into it.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah, if
sure.
you're playing,
For sure.
if you're
And
playing,
if it is what you're,
yeah,
oh,
if you're playing as a little
I'll
gnome,
pre-order
I'm
that
all
bitch.
down for that. dude.
If it's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, but Gears of War, I knew he was gonna say nay though.
Yeah.
It's like after
Were you disappointed
after
with 4?
2, you were just like,
Well, I mean, I loved 3. I liked
Oh, you did
3
like
for
3?
what I played
It was
competitively
Judgment
in
that
3.
got you,
Judgment's
right?
the one that ruined it for
was
you.
horrible.
I think
but
it
it's
ruined
like,
it
I
for a lot of
still-
people.
I still had fun with it, but it's
Mhm.
just like I played Gears 4 recently, and it's like I tried to play because I actually like the campaigns of the Gears of War, and
Oh yeah, they were always really
Gears
good
4
stories.
to me, it was like you're playing as Marcus Phoenix's son, and you're
Yeah.
like going through a bunch of stuff, and it's like it's cool. It's very reminiscent. There's actually a part I love where you find Marcus Phoenix, and he like joins you,
Oh,
and
that's
you're at
cool.
his house, and he has like this plantation where he's growing tomatoes.
Which his house is ginormous, by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way.
But
It's
he's like-
fucking huge, by the
Well,
way.
I guess if the world's being blown up, he can just move in where he wants.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
well,
he
it's-
is Marcus Phoenix
it's the
too.
Phoenix Estate, which is a popular place
Oh,
in
gotcha.
the
Well, that and the
games.
Gears of War universe has a really weird proportion perspective.
Yeah.
Their proportions are very strange.
Oh yeah, he's
Like their cars and vehicles and stuff are ginormous, but like
the people.
the
are
people's,
ginormous.
but their heads are tiny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
small head syndrome.
Yeah.
A lot. Anyways, continue.
It's like
sorry.
putting a dog's head on a human.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you're in the
Whoa.
plantation, there's somebody shooting at you with a helicopter, and it's like Marcus was growing tomatoes out there,
Yeah.
and like if you do everything right, you can get all the tomatoes blown up or whatever. And then there's like a Joe DiMaggio or whatever goes on this rant, and he's just like, "Those are my fucking tomatoes. It's hard to find a good salsa after the world comes to an end." Like, and it's like he goes on this huge rant. And when I found that, I was
That's
like, "All
funny.
right, that's cool. I
Yeah.
like that." But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Gears 5. Will I play it if my brother gets it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I knew you were gonna say that.
am I going out for it?
Shout out to Cam.
Nah. Yeah, shout out to Cam.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Douchebag.
If Yeah, if somebody has it, I don't even play Xbox One, so it's a nay for me because I'm not gonna buy an Xbox
You're doing
One.
yourself a favor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy an Xbox One so I can play Gears 5.
And that's me saying that coming from a
You're a
Xbox
loyal
Pro.
Xbox
I'm
guy.
loyal to Xbox,
Yeah.
so for me to sit there and say Xbox One sucks,
Yeah.
then
I'm not
I have
saying
my
it
reasons.
sucks, but I'm saying it
Dude,
sucks.
it's just like, why can't Microsoft and Xbox? Why can't they come out with their own exclusives? I mean, I know they have we have exclusives, but it's like
What are some of the exclusives?
Halo.
Halo being one of them. Assassin's Creed actually used to be one of our exclusives, but then they just made it for everybody.
Really?
Yeah, and it actually
Makes good on Assassin's Creed.
yeah, well, it runs better on PlayStation than it does Xbox.
Well, I think a lot of things do.
So yeah, and that's my point. That brings me to my point.
Even though the system's a lot more powerful than
Yeah,
before.
yeah, but okay, so like for me, just from experience, like going from PlayStation 4 to Xbox One and back and forth between the two, Xbox to me has better frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation has better graphics.
Okay.
So it's like,
PlayStation has a better controller too.
God,
I
do
hate
not
the- I
like
hate the-
PlayStation controllers.
I hate the new controller for the Xbox.
Dude,
I love the 360.
I love the
I just
staggering.
hold a GameCube controller like you inferior
Dude,
beings.
the GameCube,
No.
dude, every Nintendo controller is like the team was on acid. And they're just like, let's make this thing look crazy. Like you look at the 64 controller, like
It's
what
true.
the fuck?
Have
like
I
the
shown
first
you-
two, like the NES
Yeah.
and like the Super Nintendo, classic controller shapes.
yep.
Makes perfect sense. And
What
then
were they?
64.
What were
the
they yeah, I was
Titan.
like, what were they doing with the 64
Yeah.
controller?
Somebody's
dude?
like, I really like Aquaman,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I really want my controller to
Aquaman.
show Aquaman.
Yeah. They're just like I'm a big fan of medieval weapons. Let's make
Yeah.
Have I
freaking
shown you that video where it's like the
mace.
proper way to hold a Nintendo 64 controller, and it like shows him hold the middle and the right one, and then a third hand just comes out of nowhere and grabs the left
That's
one.
hilarious. Really
Dude,
Yeah.
there wasn't even that many 64 games that incorporated the D-pad.
No,
It like
in
made
fact,
it obsolete. It,
it's
was like
the
redundant.
only ones that come
You're
to
right.
mind are Pokemon Stadium.
That's
The
it.
ones you use.
It kind of happened just like it's more. I think it's natural to use the D-pad to scroll through menus.
Yeah,
And
but
that's probably
Well, you
what it
also play all the like Mortal Kombats on the 64 with the D-pad.
I
don't
do
you?
do the
I
D-pad
use the
on
control
s-
stick.
well,
so.
that's understandable.
did. Yeah, I just
With an analog stick, you can fuck up the directional combo.
I still do that for the P4 too.
Oh, really?
When I play Mortal Kombat,
You
I
use
do the
D-pad?
D-pad.
Yeah, that's always been weird to me actually.
It's
I'll
because like
look over and
I
see
feel like
that.
more controlled with like knowing the buttons like back,
Yeah.
down forward, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing a swooping motion, which
Swoopity swoop.
certain games like Street Fighter force you to do. It's
Oh, dude, Street Fighter's a bad. Like,
I don't play that
the
on
Z,
the
the
D-pad.
Z full or Z semicircles that you have to do for some
Yeah.
supers. It's really weird.
Yeah, but as I was saying though, like at least just for me personally, it's like I love Xbox controllers over PlayStation controllers. However, I hate Xbox connectivity sensors in their controllers
You've
and
had-
their
oh, yeah.
reliance on batteries.
You've had some bad
What?
luck with
They
some
don't
Xbox
have-
controllers.
there's
they have
like-
They're not
wired.
built-in
No,
rechargeable.
no. Well, I mean, you can
'Cause
get.
the P4 doesn't come with a battery pack.
That's
The
what I'm
P4
saying. Like
controller is straight
PlayStation
plug it in.
controllers have the fucking shit built into
That's
it.
awful. And
so
it's
like
cheap plastic
all you
too.
and all you have to do is
Yeah. Oh,
all you
yeah.
have to do is charge your controller and then you're good.
Yeah.
Why the fuck can't Xbox do that?
Oh, they can.
Xbox like, well, we're gonna make you go get AA batteries.
Yeah,
and,
they have a deal with
we're gonna make the fucking
Duracell.
we're gonna make our little what's it called, like little lid that goes over the batteries be a piece of fucking shit and doesn't stay on there and doesn't keep
Yeah.
the fucking
And
batteries
if
in
that's
there.
not on there right, well, you can't play.
And
it.
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
or they sell the system for $300 when it came out, and then they go, you also have to buy the rechargeable battery packs and the
Right,
charging stand,
yeah, yeah.
and they get another $50
So,
bucks out of it.
so I just said fuck it, and I went out and bought a corded one that
Yeah.
wasn't even. It was
Yeah,
like an
off-brand,
off-brand,
like an
shit.
Afterglow?
Yeah, I got more playtime out of a off-brand corded or Xbox controller
Yeah.
than I did an actual
Some
Xbox
cheap
controller.
one at GameStop.
I mean, you
or
remember
they
you
order-
remember
yeah.
me having to fucking get the one from you in Evansville and shit, and like that still didn't work.
Oh, dude, I remember Mason when he had his 360, he had those cords that would plug in.
Yeah.
He had to wrap it around the
I had
controller
to do
like
that too,
twice,
yeah.
so they would keep.
I have to do that.
hanging.
I have to do that
Ugh.
now with my
Yeah.
fucking Xbox controller,
Yeah.
like my Xbox One. I'm like, this is 2018, dude.
Yeah, I
I
hate
shouldn't
the
have to be doing
interface,
this
too.
shit. Like this is
Not gonna lie.
No,
early
it's
2000
pretty
problems,
terrible.
not
I mean, PS4
2018
interface
problems.
isn't great, but
No, they just need to make a better controller. It's like
Yeah.
there's pros and cons to both of them. It's like what do you want more?
sure.
You know.
I think the 360 controllers feels natural. Like the invention of the offset
That's what I like.
analog sticks.
That's what I like.
Feels really good, like
I
sliding
love
down
that.
to do inventory management on the D-pad or something.
Yeah.
Wait, the 360's controller?
360
Okay,
controller.
yeah.
I like
now.
that one.
I was like, didn't know what you were talking
Yeah.
about
So, like-
for a second. I was like,
Yeah.
do go on. Do go on.
So like
I'm
you know, like
intrigued.
there's one night where I'll play Battlefield on my Xbox, and then I don't know, we for whatever reason went over to Bo's house or something. He has a PlayStation 4, and he plays it on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I would try and sit down and play it on his PlayStation 4. Completely different experience. Just and all of it's different is the fucking analog stick layout, and
just a
that
different
throws
spot.
me off
Yeah.
so fucking
Sure.
bad. And I love Xbox is way better.
No, it happened to me the other day. I've been playing Dark Souls on the PlayStation 4,
Mm,
and I'm just used to that controller because that controller's been the exact same
right.
pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Since the original PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know, you had the touchpad on
Right.
the P4 and then the R2 and L2
Yeah.
click in. Like, that's weird.
That is
I don't
weird.
know if
That's weird.
that's
Supposed to-
necessary.
They're trying to do the Xbox trigger thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It didn't work very well.
But, and then the other day I was playing the first Dark Souls on the Xbox 360, and I was like, I don't even know how to play this game. Like,
what even is?
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
triggers up here.
So
what do these
weird.
do?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, what was the?
Oh, yeah,
Gears was the last one.
It was Gears, and that's a nay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's a
nay,
nay for me too,
too.
probably.
But Smash.
Oh,
Smash
what the
5.
fucking
Smash 5.
yay, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Yay.
We're obviously gonna play it.
Yeah. we're obviously gonna play
yay. Just because I have to put it out there because I play Melee competitively. I also
Yeah.
play 64 competitively. I don't talk about Brawl anymore, especially because of
That
the
would- no,
failed
I will
failed
say,
project. But
I will say, Brawl, in retrospect,
not
is
bad. Not
n-
that bad.
Not bad.
No, it's not that bad.
Okay,
actually.
well,
It's not gonna be top tier, but it's not.
sure. I would rather play 64
It's not unplayable.
than any Smash Brothers, actually.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Personally.
No, that's fair.
But we had some good fucking times
oh yeah,
playing
yeah.
Brawl, dude.
Brawl was.
Yeah, all's
Brawl was
love,
fun.
all's fair in
And
love
love
and
'em-
Brawl.
and love and Brawl, yeah.
And I mean, Smash 4, because I was like, right when Smash 4 came out, that was when I was very first getting into Melee, and I was like, that was the diehard Melee fan in me, and I was like, Smash 4 is just never going to be Melee, so I can't like it. And then now, I mean, I've matured, obviously, and I watched some high-level Smash 4, and I'm like, they're getting it fast, and I like that. Like, Smash 4, at least the first year was really slow, but it's fast now.
Sure.
And I mean, it's a game that you can like competitively and all that kind of stuff. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I think Smash 5 is going to be the same way. When I sit
think
and
it's
play
gonna
with
be more
you
casual
guys,
still?
yeah, when I sit and play with you guys who aren't as competitive at the game,
Yeah.
I'm going to have fun.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm a
Nin-
casual
I'm a
Smash.
Nintendo fanboy at heart,
Yeah.
obviously. But competitively, is it going to be a game that I'm going to look into? Probably not, unless two things. I want L canceling, so
Yeah.
lag canceling, which is in 64 and in Melee. If I can't get that, I kind of want wave dashing back just because wave dashing is fun.
Yeah.
Movement is fun. But the thing that I didn't like about Smash 4 the most was the ledge mechanics, where they made it so you can't hold ledge from anybody anymore. You can't hog
it
the
kicks
ledge.
them off, doesn't it?
It kicks them off. And then there's this whole new thing called like ledge trumping because you can force them to knock off and you can get a back air and stuff like it.
That's cool.
There's ways to do it.
Yeah, there's a different mechanic now.
But the
Yeah.
reason Smash 4 took so long to like go, I feel, is because at the very beginning of the game, you didn't know how to kill anybody right.
Yeah.
So, and every character can come back, can always come back. Every character has a good recovery in that game, except for Little Mac, unfortunately. But every character can get back to the ledge, and it's just like, how do you kill them if you can't gimp them? And I felt like up till Brawl, the ledges were perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you got a little upset because you got knocked off and somebody just held the ledge, and you're like, I can't make it back.
Hey, it's in it, man.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that was the game. Like, and I love
Shouldn't have
those
got knocked off.
mechanics. Yeah.
And if obviously you'll ignore those things if Banjo and Kazooie are in it.
Oh, if Banjo Kazooie are in it, see me on Battlefield.
Dude, I don't like getting into the theories. I hate theories because it's just like I don't know. Like I get irritated about Star
Ridley's
Wars.
too big, Garrett.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be in the game.
Like Star Wars theories and MCU theories and stuff like that. I was like, you're not. I mean, you're gonna speculate for 2 years. You're gonna be completely wrong, and you're gonna be
Right.
Then it's gonna start all over again.
Yeah.
Inklings,
Yeah.
though, from
Yeah,
Splatoon
Inklings, I'm
are
excited for that.
confirmed.
Yeah, that is
Um,
confirmed. Yeah.
But Crash is coming to the Switch.
And so Spyro.
So
yeah, and
Spyro.
Spyro.
So
Dude,
That's
I
kinda
hope
tight.
in my lifetime I see
I mean, they did it with Snake.
Spyro, Crash, Banjo Kazooie, all those classic characters all in one fighting game.
Ukulele?
Yeah,
honestly, if Yuka
You-
and
eh,
Laylee
yeah.
came in, I would be okay with it
Yeah,
because
That'd be hype. Shovel Knight.
I like
Yeah,
Shovel.
oh my
I
God,
almost
yeah.
think that Shovel
See,
Knight's
that's what I'm saying. Why can't they make
Yeah.
a fucking fighting game that
What
just
about-
has all these other fucking characters that you
No,
never
the-
see in games?
Sans-
I was just told that one
Sans from
exists.
Undertale.
What?
There's a
Well, not okay, but I'm not talking about like a
Like-
modded like community made one.
Okay.
I'm talking about like an
Yeah,
actual.
Yeah, Garrett's like put the
AAA,
phone-
Yeah,
Yeah.
like actually.
What about Sans
legit,
from
you know?
Undertale?
yeah, that'd be cool.
Like I mean, Undertale got overhyped. I think after a while, but I mean,
See,
I
it's
love
a
it.
good game.
It is.
It's a good game, but the community like ruined it.
it's just like Rick
They-
and Morty.
they just-
Rick
they-
and Morty,
yes.
dude.
The Rick and Morty community ruined it. It's a good show. It's a hilarious show, but they just make it cringe.
You just don't
dude.
understand it. Like,
Yeah,
let
oh,
me
yeah, I
explain
don't
to
understand
you.
it. I'm not wearing Rick and Morty
We're not
socks right now.
alienating
No.
the Rick and Morty community.
No, no. The people in the Rick and Morty community that know what we're talking about, like,
They're
yes,
like,
it's
"Yeah, you're
finally
my-
being
I'm
talked
with
about
you," yeah.
again.
Yeah,
But
it's just it's a shame, dude.
Smash 5 is gonna be awesome, no matter
it's
if
gonna be
you are a competitive, a casual, or anywhere in between.
Yeah, and
it's gonna be cool.
as if we didn't need more reasons to get a Switch, right?
Right? Breath of
Right.
the Wild,
Like,
Odyssey.
just
Odyssey,
over and
yeah,
over.
What
Breath
is
of the
a Octopath Traveler? Is like that was like the new RPG that's like paper side-scrolling RPG.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called the Octopath Traveler, and
Okay.
The
it's like
hell?
an 8-story
I like the
Octo.
title.
Yeah,
Octopath
play. There's like
Traveler.
8 characters in the game that you can like have as your party, and it's like you can have different stories depending on interactions. And that one looks really intriguing. I think it's on the Switch, but Octopath Traveler,
All right, so E3
the wrap up. There's one thing you didn't talk about
hit me.
that's gonna get announced here, I believe, soon.
Yeah.
But we'll probably not see any trailer for it until E3. Pokemon on the Switch.
Oh
That's-
yeah,
oh, yeah,
I've been
yeah.
hearing rumors about that. I have no idea what it's gonna be.
I don't want to do. This is gonna be a little bit of like
I've also
spoiler
seen, there was
territory.
like also like
leak.
an April Fool's
Yeah, well,
prank on like Future and Past or something like that.
that's not it.
Yeah,
But
okay.
just saying it now. This is leak territory. Like I don't think either of you guys are like, I don't want to hear any leaks.
No, go for it.
Yeah, but if anybody
I'm all about
does,
the leaks.
don't listen to this part. But
Colin's got a
apparently-
guy at Nintendo.
yeah, apparently, yeah, my dad works for Nintendo. But the leaks are the games are going to be called Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and
Okay.
there's gonna
Oh,
be
wait. I may have heard that.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Somehow.
And it's like the 2 games. There's
Great.
gonna be Pikachu's a mascot and Eevee is actually a mascot too.
Huge.
He's one of the most known Pokemon.
Great.
I love Eevee.
Huge.
I love Pikachu. The big thing that I don't like is because Go is in the title and there's Pokemon
That's what I'm saying.
Go.
Great about. Yeah.
There's a possible
Oh.
integration
Yeah.
integration of Pokemon Go.
Irrigation.
Yeah,
Well, because
erratically.
the Switch is mobile.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, so I'm afraid they're gonna just
I
make a beefed up Pokemon
I hope
Go
it's
and put it on
nothing
there.
more than like a fun little thing you can
Makes
do.
sense.
Because like Pokemon
What?
Sun and Moon, I hope Pokemon Go's like the integration I can't say that word. Integration is nothing more than it's a fun little mini game. Like you don't have to go outside.
You're
to
talking
play.
about Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm
Pokemon
saying.
Switch though. I hope it doesn't have Pokemon Go to where it's
As, like, a main-
You have
That's what
to
I'm
do
saying.
play
That's what I'm
style.
saying. Yeah, I hope it's an actual Pokemon game.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like it actually takes
So
skill.
what are the theories on it? Do they think
So,
it's gonna
well,
be?
This is
like
like
a
the whole idea
stadium,
is
like,
no, it's
Let's
gonna be
Go Pikachu,
it's open world.
or what's it called?
It's gonna be
Hey
like
You
an
Pikachu?
it's not open world I don't think, but it's gonna be
But
like
Hey You Pikachu was the
it-
fucking
Yeah, it's
the GameCube one or whatever.
no,
or
it's the
64
64 with the
with the
terrible
mic,
mic.
yeah.
But
Anyways,
it,
continue.
it's
Whew,
like
we're not gonna talk about that
apparently
one.
based in Kanto, which is red, blue, green, yellow, but it's Kanto about 100 years after what we've known it as.
Interesting.
So it's like the things that I saw, which I don't know if they're true or not, is
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're gonna see past events, like your character is gonna have like a connection, and it's like you're gonna walk by the Cerulean Cave where Mewtwo was. Where Cerulean Cave was, it's no longer there, but you're gonna get like a flashback, and you're
That's
able
neat.
to enter the cave and catch Mewtwo because you go into the past. Like,
Whoa.
yeah, it's gonna be some
that's
crazy shit
cool.
like that. But
Does that mean? Holy shit! So like, if you go back in the past and you catch Mewtwo before Red
caught Mewtwo?
caught Mewtwo,
Yeah.
does Red no longer have Mewtwo
It could
in
change
the canon?
things. It could change.
Like,
this
in
is
the
a
future?
It could be a big game. Like this could be
That's
crazy.
pretty dope. I'm
Good
into
fucking
that.
shit, yeah.
The thing about Pikachu and Eevee,
Is whack.
the idea is like if you choose the Pikachu game, your Pikachu won't evolve, but by the time it's level 40, it has like stats like it was a level or like a 3rd tier evolution.
Oh,
so they're
really?
gonna make that Pikachu better than like a regular Pikachu you'd catch in the wild.
That's cool.
And then the Eevee version, I mean, obviously Eevee is known as the Pokemon that has 9 evolutions.
Yeah.
And apparently we're supposed to
3
get,
at the time.
yeah, we're supposed to get, but all of them will be in it.
You think?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no way that they'd exclude an evolution like after they make Eevee the mascot. Why would they?
I don't know. I mean, it's like, it's a throwback to that, original era.
The
with
era, but
red
it's
and blue
100
and
years
stuff.
after they've already
Yeah.
confirmed there is going to be a Alolan Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go.
Oh, okay. Well,
that
is it
makes
going to
me
be
think-
Alolan versions of the Pokemon
The-
that we
the
had back
Pokemon.
then, or a new Alolan Pokemon?
It could be
in the new.
either way. Newer Pokemon. They wouldn't be
Oh,
Alolan anymore.
yeah, it does not compute.
But like, there's also supposed to be at least rumored 2 new evolutions coming with the game.
I did hear about that.
So it's gonna be a good game regardless. I don't think
Sure, it's
Pokemon can make
Pokemon,
up.
you're gonna get
Game
it.
Freak is a genius
Yay.
company. So yeah, yay,
yeah,
yay for sure.
What
That's
do
a yay.
What do we feel about Detective Pikachu or whatever?
I love Detective Pikachu. The idea.
I'm hyped for it.
Are you stoked about Ryan Reynolds being Pikachu?
Yeah, whatever.
It'd be funny.
I think it'll be fine.
The Merc with the mouth being fucking Pikachu.
I hope it carries over. Like, I hope Detective Pikachu is rated M.
he's just
It's-
Deadpool
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
Pikachu
Here's a funny
body.
little theory though.
If they do a Deadpool like reference, that'd be nice though.
Detective Pikachu in Smash 5 as a different character from
Oh,
Pikachu.
shit,
Oh,
have,
as
like,
a
a different
different
move
character,
list
not
and
just a
shit?
skin.
Yeah. But a
They
skin.
just throw a hat
if
on.
I could play as Pikachu and he's in his detective costume, but I'm still
That'd be
thunderbolting
awesome.
people, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Did you remember the rumor that came out when they started talking about Detective Pikachu that like there was like a fan petition to get Danny DeVito to do the voice?
If Danny DeVito was
Yeah,
my detective,
okay, but
you hear about that?
Yeah, but see, somebody, I think I
know if
watched
it's
something
true.
on that,
Yeah.
and it was like somebody had taken the time to animate like clips of Danny DeVito talking and other like Always Sunny or
Oh, cool.
you know,
Like,
but then they
overdubbed it?
they put that over
Like the trailer
scenes
for,
from that,
that's
and
cool.
I was like sitting there, I was just like, it kind of scares me
No,
to be
yeah.
honest with you. It makes
Like,
you scared of Pikachu.
I love Pikachu's Japanese voice actor. He's like
voice actress.
actress.
Yeah.
No, I meant in Detective Pikachu.
Oh, I didn't.
Detective
I didn't
Pikachu.
know it was a guy.
Yeah, in like one of the trailers. Well, I'm assuming it's a guy. It's a deep voice and scrabbly.
That's fair.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
that's fair.
know. I did not mean
be a
to
woman.
assume your gender.
I
sir.
thought you were just talking about Pikachu in general
No,
because the voice actress of Pikachu.
Yeah, the Detective Pikachu voice actor has like an insane manic voice. It's just like and I'm
That's
like
that's
cool.
Japanese in general.
Like,
though. They're manic
there's a lot of
anyway.
There's a lot of anime that is just like the Japanese voice actors like just kick it up to 11.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Like-
the thing is, Japanese voice actors are treated like our regular actors.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Like they're
that's true.
that popular to them.
Yeah.
So
that
it's
makes
like
sense.
that's right. They've been in that business for a long time,
Sure.
and they
It's
know.
like theater. to
Yeah,
them.
yeah, they know their stuff. So that's why when there's the controversy sub versus dub, like people are like,
Sure.
Americans don't know how to do voice acting yet. Well, I think we're on the come up now, but I mean, definitely 10 years ago, you look back at some American voice actors, and they're just not on par
I
with
was
the
gonna say, dude,
Japanese
we
counterparts.
have a pretty. I think we have an impressive arsenal of.
I mean,
of voice
from My
actors.
Hero Academia, just watching it alongside because the simul dub.
Yeah.
I love the dub. I mean, I don't watch the sub.
No,
I'm
you're-
sure it's amazing.
You're normally not a dub watcher. though.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few. I watched Naruto Shippuden dub until I couldn't anymore, and then I was like, I
Yeah,
like this
and
so
you're
much,
like, well,
I'm gonna watch sub,
yeah.
and then it disappointed me.
Yeah, I've been trying a lot to get into more anime. Just watch a little more anime, just because there's so much out there, and I feel like I'm missing out on a piece.
You
of
are
the world.
missing out.
Are,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are you a weeb?
You can watch anime and not be a weeb.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm a
I'm a
hard
weeb.
weeb.
If,
I'm hard weeb.
if you're watching it, if you're like
My
going
father was
into
a
an
weeb.
anime being
I'm
like,
part
I'm
weeb.
only
My
here
father.
for the boobies and the pervertedness, then yeah,
Sure.
it's like you're a fucking weeb. But if you're going in there for like
If
the
you have a
epic
body
story,
pillow,
the fucking fights and
Hey,
shit, the
with,
I go
Sasuke
into
Uchiha.
animes looking at the animation too. I'm like I'm going in there thinking like, oh my god, like it probably took weeks just to do this one fucking scene.
Yeah.
Like that's incredible. You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I mean? Like that's what I am like when I
At
watch
the end
an
of it,
anime.
at the end of it all, anime was a mistake. I can't remember. There was some animator that they quoted for a long time
funny.
that said that he didn't actually say it. But
I did hear. Did you guys hear about the Fortnite skin, the Mario Fortnite?
What?
There's a Mario Fortnite
Mario
skin.
Fortnite.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Mushroom Kingdom Battle Royale.
What the hell?
No, it's not real. But
No, it's not real.
it was an April Fool's joke, and I got
Oh.
hyped for a second because it looked dope.
Well, that's the way that's what I thought about the Thanos thing.
Oh yeah,
When
you
they
thought it
made
was
the
fake?
Thanos thing, I was like, that's fake.
So cool.
I was like,
dude.
that's fake. And then it was like legit, and I was like, oh my god, like that's
Yeah.
so awesome. Like, it's so random too. I mean, I know because like Infinity War just
Sure.
came out, but it's like,
But the fact
out of
that
all things,
like a big game like that and a big movie got
yeah.
their shit together
Yeah.
and made something cool like that,
Yeah.
I'm into it.
The best part is Fortnite wasn't a big game up until recently.
Until
Yeah.
they got the battle royale mode,
Yeah.
like the single player or not single player. There was a story mode, I think, but the like the tower defense stuff
Mhm.
wasn't a big deal. People played it,
Yeah.
but then,
yeah, that's what they promoted the most back when it was in development. Still,
yeah,
they didn't like really touch on battle royale at all.
yeah.
But then when it came out and they only had battle royale on it, everybody's like, "Well,
This is
that's
awesome."
how this
Yeah.
is supposed to be."
And then now it's free.
yeah, and
I
it's
mean,
free. And it's
no, I
kicking
mean-
PUBG's ass.
I think Fortnite's cool, but the reason it's as big as it is because
It's
it's
'cause it's
free.
free.
Yeah, and the cartooniness.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
there's
love
a
the
lot
art
of
style.
factors. Yeah.
That's the thing I like more.
Other developers
about-
need to take notes.
Yeah.
To be honest, more
Well,
games need to be doing this.
The one thing PUBG needs to do is they just need to step up their like netcode.
Yeah,
Like,
netcode.
I see all the time just hilarity ensues in
their-
PUBG
yeah.
because our connection is dick.
Yeah.
Fix their
Oh, the
their
Fortnite
frame
has
rate
like
issue.
3 times the numbers that PUBG has.
But that
It's-
wasn't the case
yeah.
when Fortnite came out, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
PUBG was whooping Fortnite's ass for fucking
Yeah.
ever.
I
and
think it's
then out of nowhere.
It might
The-
be
the
the
free-
free and the art style.
Yeah.
I prefer Fortnite's art style. 'cause
And the
it's just
fact that you can
cool.
have so many different like
Unique.
skins and
It
stuff
is,
in
yeah.
there.
It is
you know,
unique.
people like the cosmetic shit.
Yeah.
And PUBG, you don't really have a cosmetic choice. I mean, you can make
Right.
your guy look cool or whatever, but
You've heard about the Call of Duty 4 battle royale?
yeah.
Well,
I
I mean,
don't-
everyday trying to jump on the battle royale.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
that's my grievance. I feel like by the time that comes out, it's not gonna be a thing anymore.
Well,
Nobody's gonna give a shit
Fortnite will
about
be a
battle
thing,
royale.
but
Yeah,
nobody's gonna
it's
be
possible.
like, I want to play Fortnite, but Call of Duty version.
Right,
Like
that's
nobody's
what I'm
gonna
saying.
do that.
That's a good point. Like, why play Fortnite on Call of Duty when I could just play Fortnite?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah,
Or
and I think,
PUBG, because PUBG has its loyal guys.
right, but I think part of what puts Fortnite also up there is their building mechanic, the ability to be able to build a structure on the fly
Yeah.
in mid fight.
Hardest part.
Oh yeah,
hardest part.
it is very difficult to master even just building a tower.
I'm garbage at Fortnite.
to build up in
I'm
Fortnite
so
is really hard.
My one
Fast,
my
that
one
is.
thing that I'm like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is cool was before Ninja got super popular and played with Drake. Well, I mean,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
popular before that, but
Drake's what made it
people
popular now.
people knew
Well,
who
he
Ninja
had
was.
huge numbers.
He was the
Yeah.
the number one streamer. But I remember me and Kyle were playing Fortnite one time.
That's why he
and
got Drake, because
we-
he was huge.
Yeah, we were just talking, just like, hey, whatever. Like, have you ever seen any streams about this? Like, oh yeah, I watched that Ninja guy. He's a pretty good guy. Like, we were just talking about that, and the game gets down to the last 10 people, and me and Kyle are hiding out in the top of this hut, and I look over and I see this guy fly
Drake.
at us. It's not Drake. I wish it was Drake if that was the
That'd be
moment,
dope.
but no, this guy just flies at us, and it's me and Kyle. We are batting down the hatches like this
Yeah.
is our fort, dude. Like, you're not gonna come in here and just mess us up. Not this Fortnite,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And the man 2v1 wrecked us, like
Wow.
obliterated us in 3 shots.
People are so good.
It was Ninja.
That's amazing.
We were talking
when it
about him.
happened, did the music kick in and go, give me fuel, give me
No,
fire, give me
no.
that?
I would.
Dude,
I
he
wish, but-
probably because does he record or does he just stream?
Yeah, he was streaming
He
when
could,
it happened.
He could have
could
fucking
be in a- you
a
could be
recording
in
of
a-
you guys somewhere.
It
yeah,
could be,
kicking
but
your
no, I
ass.
remember just seeing his name pop up because it was like HyperX Ninja or Ninja HyperX back then, and I was just
Yeah.
like, we were just talking about. I was like, Kyle's that Ninja, and he's like, I don't know, dude. Go to his stream, and I turned over to his stream, and sure enough, he's walking around
No,
looting our bodies, and I
that's
was like,
nuts.
oh, it was Ninja, and that was like
That's cool.
2
dude.
weeks into the game. I was like, yay, I died
that's-
to
that's
Ninja.
cool.
That
That's
was
cool.
fun.
That's cool.
It was a fanboy moment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless there's,
Yeah.
What's the time looking at?
we are at 1:22 right now, ladies and gentlemen.
1:22.
Or an hour.
Oh,
sorry, excuse me.
It's been a whole
It's
minute.
been
22.
1 minute
Are we
and 22
stuck
seconds.
in like a time lapse?
No, it's an
Endless?
hour 22 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll call it.
It is hot in here, ladies and gentlemen.
It is. I
would
really
like
have to use the
cool off a
restroom.
little bit. Yeah.
That's, yeah,
I
that's
think
Man,
we can take. I
um,
mean,
bio
you'll
break.
definitely hear from us again,
Yeah,
everybody.
You probably don't want
Hopefully-
to listen to us any more than this.
Hopefully
already
Mason,
been an hour and a
Mason
half,
coming
yeah.
in will stoop some stuff up. Hopefully, young boy.
Yeah, hopefully Mason's
Revitalizes.
okay.
That'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
We'll keep you guys
It's been a good
updated
pod
on
though.
him.
I had a good conversation.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely.
it was a good
Thank you
pod.
guys for coming out.
Thank you guys for joining in with us. This is Bootleg Shanty. I'm Austin.
I'm calling.
I'm Garrett.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.